Foundation has joined RPI in launching Shoot for the Stars, a new program designed to motivate elementary school students by rewarding them with tickets to wrestler men's or women's ice hockey games. Commemorating that, we have a special ceremony of buck drop. Joining us at center ice, student and achievers from School 16 of Troy, Gene Pizarro of National Grid Foundation, and Vice President of Student Life at RPI, Dr. Timothy Sands. Joining them, RPI Captain Matt Tenori and Clarkson University Captain Ben Sexton. This new program rewards students for outstanding achievement and community service. We'd like to thank the National Grid Foundation for its support of our youth and our community. Got a round of applause for all those involved. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise, remove your hats, as the RPI Captain will play the National Anthem of Canada. States of America.
Which provides the funding for WRPI and all the club-related activity of the Institute, including WRPI's coverage of RPI hockey, football, and baseball. A reminder, WRPI is on the World Wide Web. Point your browser to WRPI.org, and you can pick up WRPI's broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So long as WRPI is broadcasting, we will provide the broadcast on our internet feed. Once again, that is WRPI.org. WRPI Sports is seeking current RPI students to make live calls of RPI athletic events, such as this one. There are opportunities this season and on the air for men's hockey. For more information or express interest, contact us at WRPI-sports@rpi.edu.
We're getting ready for play here at the Houston Fieldhouse again. You are listening to WRPI Troy, RPI versus Clarkson in ECAC hockey. Kurt Sutt, Jeff F. on the call for you. Clarkson University comes in under head coach Casey Jones, 17-14-2 overall, 10-9 in the ECAC. That is 6th place. Engineers under head coach Seth Appert, they are 13-13-5 overall, 7-8-4 in ECAC. That is 7th place. Referees for today's game, Kyle Allen and Joe Corazon are the referees. Linesmen are Ryan Knapp and Dan Taggart. It will be Scott Diebold in net to my right for RPI as RPI skates right to left across your radio dial in period number 1. It'll be Greg Lewis in net for the Clarkson Golden Knights. He will be to my left, and Clarkson will be going left to right in this period. Golden Knights are in their road, predominantly green with gold. They look pretty good. Clarkson's come in here sometimes with very garish-looking uniforms, especially when they go for the metallic gold look that just doesn't come across very well. I do like the dark green look. RPI is in their home whites tonight after wearing the home camouflage uniforms last night, or the camouflage uniforms. At center ice, it'll be Rogic on the draw against McPherson. Won by Clarkson. Geiger has the puck at the blue line on the far side. Geiger gets to the blue line, feeds it up to McPherson into the neutral zone. Too far ahead for Clarkson. Now turned over. The Engineers lose it. Clarkson fans on the shot attempt from the far face-off circle. A shot from the point by Geiger misses the net. Comes over to the near side. RPI having trouble clearing this puck. Rogic finally gets it out to the neutral zone, but it's taken right there by the Golden Knights. Danilo had trouble with it at the blue line, his blue line. RPI sent it across, and that's offsides against the Engineers.
One change tonight for the Engineers in the lineup as Milos Pobello makes way for Travis Fulton. Top line is Brock Higgs with Mike Zaleski and Ryan Haggerty. Then you have Matt Neal, Jacob LaLiberte, and Matt Tenorti. Third line is Mark McGowan, Mark Miller, and Zach Schrader. And the fourth line is Travis Fulton with Johnny Rogic and Jimmy DeVito.
Face-off directly below us, about 30 seconds into the game. No score here at the Fieldhouse. Clarkson, let's call that a face-off win for the Golden Knights, but they can't possess the neutral zone. Engineers turn it over to the Golden Knights. Directly underneath us, Boak had it, lost it. It goes to Fulton, and he backhands the puck into the Clarkson zone, and that's icing against RPI. And this game has started off very uninteresting.
The defensive pairs for the Engineers, same as they've been the past few weekends. Guy LaBeouf is with Curtis Leonard. Chris Bradley is with Bo Dolan, and Luke Karate is with Craig Bokenfor. As you said, Scott Diebold is in net. He is 12-12-5 with a 2.47 goals against average and a .913 save percentage.
Zarbo on the face-off against Zaleski, and that's a misfire. We'll have to do this one again. Don't know what happened there. They'll drop the puck, and RPI wins it. They would have won it last time as well. Bradley in the near corner for the Engineers. Bradley moves into the middle, crosses the blue line. Zaleski, center point, over to the far side for Haggerty. His shot deflects, goes into the netting. That'll be a face-off in the Clarkson zone.
Clarkson lines. Top line is Troy Joseph, centered by Alec McPherson with Jeff Donalo on the right. Then you have Pat McGinnity with Jared Burden and Joe Zarbo. Third line is Todd Christian with Matt Zarbo and Will Frederick. And then on the fourth line, you have Jordan Boucher with James DeHaas and Christian Powers.
Face off to the left of Greg Lewis, the goaltender for Clarkson. Won by the Golden Knights into the corner. DeHaas tries to feed it out, stopped by Bokenfor at the far point. Engineers into the corner. McGowan and Schrader getting hit by Danilo and Tanzi. Puck stays in the corner. Somebody move this puck. It goes behind the net. Finally, it's out of there. Tanzi along the left wing side knocks the puck off the glass. It goes down ice, and was there going to be icing? There won't be icing. Zarbo feeds it out front. There's two Zarbos for Clarkson. I should get to that in a moment. Back to the blue line. Sins around the boards to the far ice side. Golden Knights have it in RPI territory. In the far face-off circle. Golden Knights back out to the point. Zarbo, that's one of the Zarbos. Burton to Sins on the near side. Sins at the point, sends the puck behind the net. McGinnity back there, sends the puck into the far corner. Engineers get a stick on it. Can't get control. Now towards the blue line. Engineer falls down. Won't be a penalty on that. RPI to the neutral zone. Miller eases the puck down ice after he gets the red line. Engineers switch all five. No score. 2 minutes gone by here in period number 1 in Troy. Clarkson, Lebrecht, neutral zone. That's too far. And nope, they're going to wave off icing. Clarkson got to the face-off circle on the far side. RPI beat to the circle again. Engineers, though, get the puck in their own zone and get it out. Tenorti in the neutral zone. Right wing boards into the Clarkson zone. Tenorti in the far corner. Turns. Feeds it out to Leonard at the blue line. Leonard moves to the middle. His shot goes off Danilo and all the way back to RPI territory. 2.5 gone by, first period, no score. Engineers off the glass. Not too far beyond the blue line. McPherson stops it and gets it in the neutral zone. Has trouble handling the puck. McPherson sends to the far side for Geiger, who falls down, and now the puck goes into the Clarkson bench.
Not much happening in the first 3 minutes of this game. To finish out the lineups, Clarkson on defense has Paul Geiger paired with Kevin Tanzi, Sam Lebrecht with James Hoden, and Brian Sins with Alex Folk. In net is Greg Lewis. He is 8-5 with a 2.69 goals against average and a .891 save percentage.
And there's two Zarbros out there, Matt Zarbo and Joe Zarbo. They're both forwards on different lines, so that might make it a little easier for me. Neutral zone. Engineers win the faceoff. Higgs dumps the puck in behind the net. Tanzi misplayed that. Vogt comes in to take it along the boards. Tried to get it up to Frederick, but it was intercepted by the Engineers. RPI in the corner. Zaleski trying to get some space to the faceoff circle. Frederick's the only guy there, and Clarkson is out. Christian, far side, dumps the puck into the RPI zone. Bradley going along with Frederick into the corner. Goes behind the net. Bradley went for the puck. Frederick went for Bradley, and the puck went away from both of them. The Engineers have it. Neutral zone. Turned over at the Clarkson blue line, and the Golden Knights turn it right over to Bradley at his blue line. Bradley, near side. Higgs, along the blue line, gets hit after he touches the puck. Vogt has it. Over to the far side. McGinnity sends the puck down ice. Clarkson's going to go on a change as the puck is dumped in. Boucher trying to get this one along the near side. McPherson almost kept it in the zone. Engineers get it out. Higgs Rogic overskated the puck, goes into the Clarkson zone along the near boards, but then moved back to Lebrecht. Clarkson's D has it. Under pressure, Clarkson to the far ice side. Tip goes into the face-off circle and right to McPherson. He comes down along left wing boards. Up ahead for Powers. Powers gets hit off the play. Referee falls down. That's what the crowd's reacting to. Engineers get the puck behind the net. Near side, get it off the boards out to the neutral zone. Broken up by McPherson. Clarkson back into the zone along left wing boards. Clarkson will feed it back to the face-off circle. Shot saved by Diebold. Goes up into the glass and comes down in the far corner. Puck's underneath Karate. Doesn't have many options. Sends it along the boards near side. Geiger keeps it in. Puck looks like it hit off the referee behind the red line. Goes to the Engineers, and Karate clears it out. Down ice. Engineers get it. Centering pass. That was McGowan trying to feed Miller, but it was a little bit too far behind him. And on the counterattack, Zarbo comes in the slot. Waits, face-off circle, shot saved by Diebold, and the puck goes loose to the far side. That was Joe Zarbo coming down ice, 27, not Matt Zarbo, 21. After that, scoring attempt by Clarkson fails. The Engineers get possession. Schrader takes it out, dumps it in. RPI switches, and Clarkson's going to dump it in while they switch. Diebold slows down the dump in. Engineers have the puck near side. No score here in the first. Cross-ice pass broken up by Christian, and he brings the puck across the blue line. He and Leonard collide. Neither one knew where the puck was. Engineers go back and take it. Now to the blue line. Turned over to Matt Zarbo. Now turns it over to Liberté. He's into the Clarkson zone, into the corner. Liberté back to Tenorti along near ice boards. He falls down. Won't be a call on that. Could have been hitting from behind, but there won't be one. Puck's along the half boards. Clarkson digging it out. Vogt gets the blue line. Near side, Frederick into the RPI zone. Face-off circle, shot. Diebold makes the save, goes off the blocker to the far ice boards, and the Engineers send it out. They send it all the way down ice, and that's icing against RPI.
That's Diebold's third save of the game, and all of them have been strong. He's been good at fending the puck off into the far corners. On the second save, he had Boucher on the far side. If that puck had not been blocked off, it could have been right into his path for a rebound goal. So good goaltending so far by Scott Diebold as this game is tied 0-0 with 14:18 left in the first period.
Face off to the right of Diebold. Won by the Golden Knights. Back to the blue line. Shot deflects and comes over to the near ice side. Looks like it went off the stick of LeBuff. He's got the puck in the near corner behind the net. Sends it to Dolan. Dolan, far side. Off a Clarkson stick, down ice. There can't be any icing on this. Golden Knights have to play it. Howden behind the net. Feeds it back for Geiger. On the far side, Clarkson. Joseph sends it off the boards. Engineers intercept. Now, bad pass goes off Haggerty into the RPI zone, and Clarkson can follow up on that. Engineers, though, get to the puck first. Get it out along the far ice side. Clarkson back-checking. Good work by Clarkson, and they've got the puck in the neutral zone. Josephs brings it in along the near ice side, tries to pass to himself. Puck goes into the corner. Josephs can't get there. Karate has the puck, sends it far side. Haggerty along the boards, tries to make a move, but Clarkson gets there. They're going to try to change behind the play or the Golden Knights while the Engineers have it. Boken forward behind the net. No score here first period. Engineers near side. Karate down ice. I don't know. Did that tip anything? Yeah, it did. That won't be icing. Lewis stops the puck behind the net. Almost forgot his name. Clarkson into the neutral zone. Goes off Joe Zarbo into the RPI zone. Engineers initially can't clear. Now they'll go off the glass to Higgs in the neutral zone. Higgs, cross-ice pass. Far side. Engineers, DeVito in the corner. Sends the puck around near side for Fulton. He goes into the near corner, looking for DeVito on the far side. Goes off his stick to the half boards. Dolan keeps it in. DeVito behind the net. Can't center. Can't send the puck out front. Fulton comes in to help out. Clarkson. Near side. Boak has it underneath him. Gets it to his teammate. That's Tansey. Over to the far side, though. Dolan keeps it in along the half boards. Getting a little physical out there as Dolan just took a hit. Puck in the corner. DeVito takes a shot, and that goes off a stick of Clarkson into the netting, and there'll be a face-off in the Clarkson zone.
Good work by the RPI fourth line, providing some energy. This RPI team still without a shot on goal in this game, and they have not had many opportunities in the offensive zone. But credit to Clarkson, they are a strong defensive team. They don't give up odd man rushes, and they back check very hard. So with 12:32 left, still tied 0-0. Shots favor the Golden Knights 3-0.
Matt Zarbo on the face-off against Miller. Won by the Golden Knights, but the Engineers' Leonard pinches and keeps the puck in. Puck goes to the far corner, to the left of Lewis. Golden Knights dig this one out, but can't get it out. Oh, just poked away from Schrader by Tansey out in front of the net. Schrader goes to the corner, gets the puck. Gets hit along the boards. Matt Zarbo tries to move it up along the half boards. Puck goes to the face-off circle. There's underneath about 4 players right now. Back to LaBeouf. Big drive. Saved by Lewis. Rebound is taken by DeHaas and cleared to the neutral zone by the Golden Knights. Engineers try to turn this one around. Dump it in, sent right back out. LaBeouf sends it in. Lewis takes that one in the gut, puts it on the ice for his D. RPI changing. Tansey behind the net, looking for a way out of the zone. He'll get some help now. Burton comes in, back to Tansey in the Clarkson zone. Cross ice. DeHaas sends a puck into the RPI zone. Nope, that's icing against Clarkson. They didn't get the red line. Face off back in the Golden Knights zone.
Opportunity there for Zach Schrader if the Clarkson defender hadn't gotten a stick on it. He's still looking for his first goal this season. He's had some nice assists this year, especially in the Fieldhouse, but he's still looking for that first goal. Reminds me of Brock Higgs last year, who went most of the season until he scored a shorthander with about 2 weekends left. So Zach Schrader still looking for his first goal this season, and almost right on the doorstep. Had one there.
La Liberté against Burton to the left of Lewis. 11:38 to go, period number 1. No score, RPI versus Clarkson. Face-off in the corner, won by Clarkson. DeHaas sends this down ice. Clarkson will win the battle to the face-off circle. They've prevented icing from being called. Puck in the far corner of the zone. Golden Knights. It's underneath Powers. Kicked along and taken by Karardi. Karardi, blue line, out of the zone, neutral zone. Tenorti dumps the puck into the near corner of the Clarkson zone. Tenorti follows up on that. He's the first person to actually get possession in the corner. It's underneath him. Neal's trying to help out for RPI. Powers there trying to get it out of there for Clarkson. Now it's underneath Geiger. He doesn't play it in time. Howden gets it, sends it far side. Whoops, the Engineers. Leonard pinches and keeps it along the half boards. Now to the near side. Clarkson's got some space off the glass and into the neutral zone. Boucher has it in front of the RPI bench directly below us and backhands it in as Clarkson switches. Engineers, Leonard takes the puck from Diebold. Leonard, blue line, red line, in on net. Lewis loves it, and he'll hold on.
All 3 shots for the Engineers so far by defensemen, and 2 of them coming from the neutral zone. Curtis Leonard with one and Guy LaBeouf with the other one. Still not much happening this game. Back and forth action. Both teams with an opportunity or 2, but nothing, no gilt-edged chances. Both teams playing conservative and not getting the offensive opportunities they want.
Face off to the right of Lewis. Won by Clarkson, goes into the slot. Golden Knights are there and get the puck out of the zone. Danello, far side, gets the red line. It goes in. McPherson goes behind the net. Diebold gets to it first, but doesn't clear it out. Far point. Clarkson, they'll send it off the glass, coming around to the near side. Golden Knights can't turn and take a shot, and the puck's removed from the zone by Higgs. Higgs looking for Haggerty. That was kind of a tough pass, and they're offsides on the play.
Looking at the RPI lineup, you see that Milos Belalo is getting the night off, and Travis Fulton has stepped in. And I like the addition of Matt Tenorti on the second line. He provides a little bit of size and strength and willing to go into tough areas that Matt Neal and Jacob Lalibche, that's not their strength of the game. So interesting to see if that second line can get going. They were playing well a few weekends ago, but they really haven't mustered many points in these past few weekends.
Rogic against Burton in the neutral zone. No score first period. 10:15 to go in the period. Clarkson, possession for Joe Zarbo in the neutral zone. Had trouble with the pass. Goes back to Bokenfor. Bokenfor to the far side. Touch pass goes to Higgs. Rogic, and he's out of the zone. Rogic tries to make a move, loses the puck as he was going against his opposite number 12, Sins. Engineers in the corner get it. Shot on goal, saved by Lewis. Loose underneath him, and it's covered by Lewis. and now a little pushing and shoving afterwards.
Great work by Travis Fulton in the far boards. He boxed out his man and gave a simple, nice pass to Jimmy DeVito, who was just waiting in the face-off circle for it. Didn't get too much on the shot, but good play by the RPI fourth line again. They're going to stay out there and keep trying to create offensive opportunities. They've played well so far tonight.
Face-off will stay to the left of Lewis. No score, 9:54 to go. Period number 1 here in Troy. Puck's dropped in the face-off circle. Goes to the corner. Well, of course it's dropped in the face-off circle, but the puck did go to the corner. Geiger got it, and Clarkson's out. Up ahead, Christian goes into Taggart as he gets hit by Karardi at the blue line. Taggart's the linesman on that side. Looks like he's okay. Engineers get the puck. Rogic crosses the blue line. Rogic has a poke checked away in the face-off circle. Fulton sends the puck behind the net. Golden Knights are there. They'll use the glass, get it up ice to Frederick, blue line. Frederick to Boucher. Crosses the blue line. He takes a shot, and Diebold just gloves that, and he'll take a whistle.
Not a good night for the referees so far. With just over 10 minutes into this game, one got his skates taken out by a puck by Luke Karate with a lot of heat on it, and he just fell down earlier. And then, a few seconds ago on the near boards, it was Taggart just getting clocked by an RPI player running to a Clarkson player. So, not the greatest night for the refs so far in terms of avoiding the play.
Face-off to the right of Diebold. No score in the first. Clarkson wins that face-off. To the point and into the far corner. McPherson has underneath him, gets hit. Half-boards, Danello, face-off circle, fans on the shot. You didn't see the puck had gone away from his stick, and the Engineers get it out. Zaleski on the far side, feeds it to Haggerty. He's along the boards. Haggerty gets hit. Kind of got the better of that one, though. Haggerty gets it back again. Face-off circle, looking for Higgs. Penalty coming up. This is going to be against Clarkson. Dolan has it at the point. Diebold is off. Higgs, center point, near side. Leonard takes a shot, save Lewis. Knocked away by Lewis, and now Clarkson touches up, and there'll be a power play for RPI.
I believe it's going to be an interference call against Clarkson player. Nope, they're going to call a rough. Defensive player roughed into Ryan Haggerty, keeping him in the boards longer than he should have. So RPI with their first power play opportunity of the night and first power play opportunity of the game for both teams either. RPI comes in 20 for 115 on the power play this season at 17.4%. Clarkson, not a bad penalty kill. They are killing penalties at 81%. They have killed 111 of 137 power play opportunities for their opponent. So we're going to see the RPI top power play with Zaleski, Neal, LaLiberte, Haggerty, and Higgs out there. They have not scored recently, in my memory, but they'll get the opportunity first to start this power play.
Burton against Zaleski on the face-off to the right of Lewis. Won by the Engineers. Back to Haggerty, near point. Haggerty, center point, and it's over the blue line. RPI has to get out of the zone. Not sure what was the thought process there. The Liberté back to Zaleski. Looking to go 180 feet on this one. Zaleski, red line, feeds it back for Neal. Cross ice, far side, Haggerty. Along the boards, Neal. Neal feeds the puck into the corner. No, that goes into the netting, and where's the face-off? It'll be in the zone.
The penalty was roughing against Alex Boak of Clarkson. Still a minute and 36 left in this power play. Clarkson's going to switch out their forwards early on with the opportunity. And RPI will be looking to keep the puck in the zone on this faceoff, win it, and get an opportunity. They're always looking for Ryan Haggerty. He has that big shot from the point, so faceoff about to occur.
McPherson against Zaleski. Clarkson wins it. Into the corner. Can't get it out, though. Zaleski has it along the boards. Loose out to the blue line. Higgs, near side. Haggerty, shot, save. Lewis, loose in the slot. Cleared out by the Clarkson D and out of the zone. They hit Zaleski, but he had backed across the blue line, so RPI has to retreat, touch up. Zaleski returns to the Engineers zone. 8 to go here, period number 1. Engineers on the power play, no score. Zaleski crosses the blue line, gets the puck back in the circle, but RPI's offsides. That had not working written all over it when they went across the blue line.
No, it did. It definitely did. It definitely did. Not the best entry. But that shot by Haggerty, that shot was very strong. A good save by Lewis, and that actually went off the Clarkson player. And still, if his body had been deflected another way, that could have gone in. So, little luck there for Clarkson. Haggerty with an absolute bomb from the near face-off circle as they put in their second power play unit now. Are the Engineers.
Burton against McGowan. Won by Clarkson, and they'll drive it down ice. 1:05 to go on this power play for RPI. 7:45 to go in period number 1. We don't have a score. Or it's 0-0. It depends on your point of view. Engineers, bad pass in the neutral zone. Clarkson had a chance to clear, and now RPI is offsides again. That's just some ugly play in the neutral zone right now.
Yeah, the puck just a little bit behind DeVito, and he couldn't stop up to get it. So Engineers keep losing faceoffs in the power play, and that's been the problem so far. They haven't been able to get a clean faceoff and get into the zone to create an opportunity.
DeVito against Burton just outside the Clarkson zone, and they lose that faceoff again. Does RPI, and Tansey clears it down ice, kind of towards the net. Diebold watches it go past. Doesn't go on net. 40 seconds left on this power play for the Engineers. Near side, McGowan sends a puck into the zone. Tansey gets there first, long boards. Back to Leonard at the point. Center point for Dolan. Tries to get away from Frederick. Goes to the half-board's far side. Into the corner. Dolan behind the net. Gets some steam. Comes to the near side. Dolan back to Leonard at blue line. Dolan near point. Dolan looks. Doesn't take a shot. Moves to center point. Takes a shot. Saved by Lewis. It deflects off a couple of skates. Goes to Tansey in the corner. He drives around far side. Frederick pops it up in the air. Hands it out of the zone. That's legal. He doesn't touch it next. Or Clarkson doesn't touch it next. That's a legal play. The Engineers had to touch up. Back into the zone. Puck's underneath Howden. Goes to McGowan. And now out of the zone. Power play expired. Back to 5-a-side here in Troy. No score. 6:40 to go here in the first period. Engineers, LaBeouf at his blue line. Red line, Miller crosses over. Miller hits Howden with the stick. Puck goes into the near corner. Geiger ties up an Engineer there. Rogic along the half boards has the puck underneath him. It gets poke checked away. Rogic gets it back again. He goes down. Miller goes into the corner with McPherson. RPI trying to move towards the net. Then it goes onto the stick of Howden, who gets the puck over to the far side, and Clarkson's out. RPI having trouble getting the puck away from the boards and getting clean possession. 6:05 to go here in the first. No score. Engineers regain the puck in the neutral zone. LaBeouf drives it in from the red line, and it goes off the stick of Lewis to the far glass. Clarkson with some space. To the neutral zone. That was too much neutral zone. It'll be icing against Clarkson.
Engineers have picked up their play in the offensive zone. Their power play wasn't the best, but the second unit, especially Bo Dolan, went around the whole offensive zone in one skate and created a nice shot and a rebound opportunity. Since Engineers, since giving up the first 3 shots on goal, have outshot Clarkson 8-1, and you can see the ice starting to slightly be tilted in the Engineers' way. 5:49 left in the first period. This game is still tied at 0-0.
Zaleski on the faceoff against Matt Zarbo. And let's call this one an RPI win as Higgs got the puck. Goes back to Karate at the point when Clarkson tried to clear. Far side Bokenfour. Into the corner. Higgs gets eased up along the boards by Matt Zarbo. Puck along the far half boards. Higgs now over to Karate. Karate in the faceoff circle. Makes a move into the middle. Higgs, and now we've got a whistle as the goaltender was down. Haggerty was involved with Geiger, and this is at least a man in the crease call.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened by the end of the play. You saw the goalie on the ground and a Clarkson player and a Haggerty on the ground. In the replay here, Haggerty was pretty much shoved into the goalie by number 3, Paul Geiger. So, but refs are going to have this face-off in the neutral zone. So
they might have said Haggerty's skate was already in the crease at the time.
Very possible, but either way, the face-off is now in the neutral zone, so RPI out of the offensive zone.
I'm not sure. We didn't get an overhead shot of that. I'm not sure if that's actually the case. And from the neutral zone, LaBeouf, after RPI wins the face-off, far boards into the Clarkson zone, but sent out by the Golden Knights. RPI touches up. Neal brings it in on the near side. High stick touched by Lewis. I don't know why, and there'll be a face-off in the Clarkson zone.
Yeah, he didn't have to do that, but natural instinct just takes over there. You want to touch the puck when it's just control it. So not the best play there by Greg Lewis, and RPI is going to get a face-off to his right.
You know why it's actually a bad play? He's the goaltender. If he doesn't touch it, it goes behind the net. He could knock that in front of the net.
And then the opportunity, if he doesn't control it, it's going to be there for the opponent player. So just a bad play all around, honestly, by Lewis.
Yeah, it was a bad play by Lewis. And Knapp, the linesman, gets hit by LaBeouf as he was trying to pass the puck off the boards. Bad night for the officials. Clarkson clears the puck. Frederick can't get it in the neutral zone. The Engineers have it. Tenorti to Neal at the blue line. Has to retreat as RPI had already gone into the zone. Neal gets it on the blue line near side. Neal makes a move. Neal going towards the net, and the D for Clarkson comes in, takes it, and now loose in the slot, moved out by Clarkson once again. RPI with some opportunities, not able to pull the trigger, and Clarkson's out of the zone. The ice is tilting in RPI's favor, but the luck doesn't seem to be tilting that way right now. It's kind of even on the luck. Neal brings the puck in along the near ice side, but doesn't get it on net. Clarkson just barely gets it out. McPherson has it in front of him. He gets hit by Dolan. That's interference against RPI, and Clarkson gets a power play.
Unnecessary by Dolan. That puck was past him. It was McPherson. Dolan has taken a few questionable penalties this year, and that's just another one. Not the time, not the place, and not the penalty the RPI need to take. They've been playing well in the offensive zone. Ice has been slanted their way slightly, and now RPI is on the penalty kill with Clarkson in the power play opportunity. Clarkson comes in with 24 power play goals in the season. They are 24 for 132 at 18.2%. The Engineers' penalty kill is doing pretty well at 82.2%. They have killed 106 of 129 opponent power plays.
Face off to the right of Diebold. Zaleski against Burton. Taken by Karardi, far side, and he drives it off the glass and all the way down ice. Lewis leaves it for his D. Geiger, neutral zone. McPherson dumps the puck in. Goes around to the far side. Danilo tried to get it for Clarkson. Couldn't. Goes back out towards the blue line. Zaleski has it. Zaleski with Higgs coming down ice. Higgs tries to make a move. Save Lewis. And we've got a penalty coming up. The puck never went in the net. Slashing call against Clarkson. I'm not sure if Higgs actually got a shot off, but it could have been because he was slashed.
Well, either way, great play for the Engineers. Zaleski, who's probably the Engineers' best penalty killer, coming in on the far side and seeing Higgs making the rush, and it's going to be Paul Geiger called for the slash. So Clarkson just had 29 seconds of power play there, and now we're going to get a minute 31 of 4-on-4 action with 3:52 left in the first period. We are still tied at 0-0.
They have hooking on the scoreboard, but slashing is what the official called, and that's what counts. So Geiger on the slash, far side here. McGinnity brings the puck across the blue line near side. Clarkson can't move it towards the net. Leonard has it, goes in front of his net, and keeps it away from McGinnity. LaBeouf down ice, near side, shot saved by Lewis as LaBeouf came in unopposed. Nobody came out to challenge him. Puck to the half-boards near side. Clarkson skating forward side, just barely gets it across the blue line. Josephs goes back to his zone, now curls and heads down ice. Josephs tries a couple of moves, gets hit by Haggerty, and gets some help now from the bench. Shot saved by Diebold as Howden came off the bench to take that puck. Josephs killing some time there. Danilo has it underneath him in the far corner, goes behind the net, gets it back again. Into the far corner. Danilo finally gets hit off the play, and the Engineers have it. Leonard, 35 seconds to go to an RPI power play. Up to the blue line for Neal. He manages to stay onside, but he's in a 1-on-2 situation. Now Zaleski comes in. He gets hit in the face-off circle by Sins, loses the puck. Danilo sees some traffic, gets to McPherson, who gets hit by an Engineer, can't get to the puck. Bokenfour has it. To Zaleski, back out to the blue line. Bradley just keeps it in. Engineer Zaleski, far boards. Underneath him, gets it back again as it almost got cleared. 8 seconds to go to an RPI power play. Back to Bradley. He takes a shot, hits off the skate of Howden and goes to the far corner. Engineers now on a power play, and that didn't last for long because RPI is taking a penalty.
That didn't last for anything. They will get 0 power play opportunity there. I didn't see the exact call, but Engineers, I believe it's going to be Zaleski heading to the box for the corner. So we're going to get Clarkson with another power play. They're going to call a cross-checking on Zaleski here. So with 2:20 left in the first period, this game tied at 0-0. We're going to play 4-on-4 for 29 seconds, and then Clarkson will end most of the we'll get a minute 31 of power play.
We saw the rarely seen 1 second power play. I think yes, it was 1 second.
It was 1 second?
Yes.
Either way, not much of an opportunity there for the Engineers on that power play.
Because Dolan went in at 15:39, came out at 17:39. The penalty was at 17:40. That rare 1 second power play. Tough to score on that one. Face-off in the RPI zone as we are back to Forest side for another 20 seconds or so. Clarkson can't keep the puck in the zone. Engineers are out. Schrader, far side, dishes it off with the backhander to McGowan. Tries a centering pass. That goes off Tansey, and the Golden Knights have it as 10 seconds to go for a power play. Engineers pull the puck out of the zone as they possess. It's back to Bradley at his blue line. Engineers cross ice. Dolan on the near side. Gets to the red line. Dolan sends it in on net. Lewis makes the save, has it. He'll get a whistle, and the power play is started.
Yep, power play opportunity here for Clarkson yet again. As I said about 2 minutes ago, just about, they came into this game 24 for 132, so now they're 24 for 133. So their power play percentage is about 18.1 at this point. Engineers going to start with Higgs and Rogic as the forwards and have LaBeouf and Leonard as the defensive pair.
90 seconds of power play time for the Golden Knights, assuming they don't get called for anything. Golden Knights win the faceoff. McPherson, blue line. Waits in the neutral zone. McPherson goes over the center ice circle. Backhander to his left. That's the far side, but Clarkson slow. Now McPherson, cross ice, tipped off Leonard and goes to the neutral zone. Had just crossed the blue line. 1:10 to go. And Clarkson brings it in along left wing boards. Dump behind the RPI net. LaBeouf gets there first. Off the glass and out. The officials let it go through them. All the way down to the Golden Knights zone. 1 minute to go on the Clarkson power play. We don't have a score here in Troy. 1:15 to go in period number 1. Clarkson on the near side. McPherson off the boards. Looking for Burton. Too far. Taken by the Engineers and stopped by... not stopped by Frederick at a blue line. 2-on-1 the other way for RPI. Schrader and McGowan. Schrader has it. Shot saved by Lewis. McGowan had come right behind Lewis looking for it to go free, but Lewis holds on to it.
Paul Geiger, the defensive man for Clarkson on that 2-on-1. He played it perfectly. He played Schrader, the man with the puck, as long as he could. And when it was there, when the angles got less and less, he came in on Schrader and left him. The only opportunity was to shoot on Lewis. But so far, good penalty kill by the Engineers. Both of these power plays. Clarkson's really had no opportunities on either of these power plays so far.
McGowan against Matt Zarbo. Schrader goes to the ice. I thought he got tripped, but nope, no call. Maybe he just fell. Clarkson, neutral zone. As we have 1 minute to go here in the period. Zarbo, that's Joe Zarbo at the blue line. Feeds it along the boards. Goes back to Joe Zarbo at the point. Now he moves to the half boards, face-off circle. Back to Tansey at the center point. His shot goes off an Engineer, but RPI can't get it out. LeBrecq keeps it in. We have Joe Zarbo along the near ice boards. Sends the puck into the corner. Josephs gets hit. Joe Zarbo has it. Power play about to expire. Joe Zarbo along near half boards. Joe Zarbo face-off circle shot goes off Diebold to the face-off circle. No chance for another shot. Now a redeflection by LeBrecq in the slot is saved. Puck's loose in the crease, and it doesn't go past the pads of Diebold. Shot saved. Diebold rebound comes out and finally cleared out by the Engineers as we're 5-a-side at the Fieldhouse, have been for about 20 seconds. There's 2 seconds left in the period. Clarkson retreats to the zone, and everybody's going to go into the locker room without having scored.
Flurry of shots on net at the end of this period as Clarkson got it going into that power play and had it for a few seconds at the end of it. Strong play by Diebold and also by the Engineers. They blocked a few shots there, and Diebold was able to see the few that got past his defenders and make the saves. I liked what I saw of the Engineers in general. The first 5 to 10 minutes, a bit even play. No team really had a foothold in the game. Diebold was strong there, making some good rebound control on the shots he saw early in the game. And then the Engineers had the opportunities, majority of that period in the second half of it. But no goals either team. Shots favor the Engineers 14-7 unofficially right now. Face-offs favor the Engineers 13-12. And both teams have had 2 men in the box, 2 minutes each. So as we head into this first intermission, this game is tied 0-0. You're listening to WRPI on 91.5 FM.
Yeah, it's an interesting game. I thought for a period in there, in the first period, RPI was going to get the momentum and get things going, but RPI really likes to take some stupid penalties.
Yes, and it's been a problem for them this entire season, and it came up again. Interference calls that don't need to happen. The puck is by you, but both teams have. Both teams probably wanted a goal in there, but after the losses they both had last night, they're going to be happy to come into this first period not down completely and still in the game at this point.
So we'll take a break. We'll come back, talk about women's hockey in that first intermission, and tell you how RPI women's team did today. The score here after 1 in Troy, it is Clarkson 0 and RPI 0, and you're listening to live coverage of Engineer Hockey on 91.5 FM, WRPI Troy.
The fourth shot for a $20 gift certificate to Ryan's Way Public House in downtown Troy. Put it through any of the 3 holes in the shooting board and you win that gift certificate. That shot. Fifth and final shot at an open net for a $20 gift certificate to Robert's Burrito Bar. One board away. Ryan's Way, proud to support RPI Athletics. Head downtown after the game. Check out their new home kitchen at Ryan's Way.
been a while. I think you should save.
That's a great idea.
What a fantastic save by Jason Kasdorf. The RPI goaltender is on top of his game tonight. I can't wait to see what he comes up with next.
Elsewhere in the ECAC tonight, midway through the first period, Cornell 1, Princeton 0. All other scores are after one period of play. And Hanover, New Hampshire, Dartmouth 1, Yale 0. In Alston, Mass, Brown and Harvard 0-0 after 1. In Hampton, Connecticut, Colgate, Whittier 0-0. And in Schenectady, at the end of 1 and Chicken 2, St. Lawrence 0. RPI Men's Hockey would like to thank the following sponsors: GE, Lowe's, Secure, CDTA, The Rock, Bank of America, CDPHD, Jenny Montgomery Scott, Price Chopper, Axel Fence, Yankee Trails, Red Properties, Tri-City Rentals, DE Doe, Carruthers, Army, Troy Cannon, and Jerry, Warren W. Payne, Woody J. Keller and Sons Construction, and Tracy Valentine's Hall. Proud sponsors of RPI Hockey.
On the campus of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute in Troy, New York. About to start period number 2 of action between RPI and Clarkson. No score in period number 1. I'm Kurt Sutt here with Jeff Epp, bringing you all the action on 91.5 FM WRPI Troy. Who do we thank?
We would like to thank the Rensselaer Union, who provides the funding for WRPI and all club-related activity of the Institute, including WRPI's coverage of RPI hockey, football, and baseball. A reminder, WRPI is on the World Wide Web. Point your browser to WRPI.org, and you can pick up WRPI's broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So long as WRPI is broadcasting, we will provide the broadcast our internet feed. Once again, that is WRPI.org. WRPI Sports is seeking current RPI students to make live calls of RPI athletic events such as this one. There are opportunities this season in the air for men's hockey and in future baseball. For more information or to express interest, contact us at WRPI-sports@rpi.edu.
The teams have switched sides here at the Houston Fieldhouse. It'll be RPI going left to right, Clarkson right to left across your radio dial in period number 2. No penalties, skating 5 aside, no score. It's 0-0 on the board. A lot of zeros because you had the 20 minutes up there too. Face-off won by the Engineers, who outshot Clarkson 14-7 in period number 1. So that's 7 saves for Diebold, 14 for Lewis. Back to Leonard at the point, backhander to the far corner of the Clarkson zone. Tanzi gets there first. Off the boards, and Higgs keeps it in. RPI, though, had already crossed the blue line, so everybody's racing back after the puck. To the near ice side, Clarkson misplayed by Geiger in the corner as he hit one of the officials as well. They're part of the play. That's the way it goes. But the Engineers can't hold it in, and McPherson is out of the zone. McPherson crosses the blue line and immediately loses the puck. Engineers send it out off a stick of Clarkson, and the Golden Knights have it at their blue line. 40 seconds gone by, period number 2. Still no score. Far side, Clarkson down ice, stopped by LaBeouf at his blue line. Clarkson's trying to execute a change while all this is going on. The Engineers go the other way, 3-on-2 slowly. Centering pass deflects off the stick, goes behind the net. Now Tenorti in the near face-off circle. His shot is saved by Lewis, and the puck comes out to the neutral zone. Near side, Christian into the RPI zone. Winds up, big drive off the stick into the netting.
Back and forth play here to start the first period. We're a minute and 8 seconds. Second period as we're a minute and 8 seconds in. Engineers with 2 opportunities there. Tenorti looking for the Neal on the cross ice pass. Good stick there by the Clarkson defense. And then we had Christian coming down the near boards here, and Dolan with good defensive play, getting his stick on the shot. So more exciting action here to start the second than we had to start the first.
Frederick loses his stick, and that's a penalty coming up against Frederick, I believe. RPI's touching the puck. There should be something along the lines of hooking against Clarkson. RPI has possession behind their net. Diebold has gone off ice. 6 skaters out there for the Engineers on the delayed call. The Liberté from behind the net. Far side, Neal, neutral zone. Puck goes in. Lewis comes out to play the puck, and when he touches it, that stops play. RPI gets their third power play of the game.
Yep, calls going to be tripping here on Clarkson. It was, I missed who it was by a few seconds ago at this point, but on RPI with a 6-on-6 opportunity, I'm not sure what Neal was thinking there when you don't exactly want to dump the puck in. He threw the puck in the zone just before, right after the red line. He had no one rushing in, so 6-on-6 opportunity kind of wasted there for the Engineers, but now they'll head on to the power play, so still a man advantage, as it's Will Frederick with the tripping goal. So with 18:25 left in the second, this game is still tied at 0-0.
Face-off to Lewis's left, won by the Engineers. La Liberté, RPI on the face-off. La Liberté face-off, circle shot, save Lewis, big rebound, La Liberté scores!
That's going to be Jacob La Liberté's 5th goal of the season, as he got the face-off win from Zaleski. He was back at the point. He came in no one came to challenge him. He took one shot from about the face-off circle. Good save by Lewis. It came right back out to him, and he's able to beat him on the stick side. So Engineers with the power play goal. That unit has not had a power play goal in over a month, if I recall correctly. So good to get that monkey off the back for them, as the Engineers take the 1-0 lead here with 18:19 left in the second period.
Lewis had done very well to prevent rebounds from going to bad locations, but not that time, and went right out into the slot, and La Liberté was moving right to that area after his initial shot. Engineers up 1-0 here in Troy, as Clarkson wins the face-off, but can't gain possession of the puck after a dump-in. Engineers far side, McGowan along the boards, loses it. Clarkson's got it along the far half boards. Joe Zarbo sends the puck into the corner. Burton has it underneath him. Back to Joe Zarbo. Turns. Can't get a shot off. Almost prevented it from going out. Now the Engineers send it down ice. So Zaleski on the only assist for RPI. La Liberté on the goal has RPI up 1-0 as the puck's in the Clarkson zone. But not for long as the Golden Knights get it out. Far side. Clarkson coming down ice, shot from the face-off circle, misses as Joe Zarbo was headed towards net. McGinnity on the shot for Clarkson. McGowan gets the puck, gets it to the red line, sends it down ice, but didn't get the red line. My mistake, and it's icing against RPI.
Yep, as Kurt said, the only assist goes to Mike Zaleski in that goal, and as Jacob La Liberté had not scored at all in 2014. That's his first goal since the game against Quinnipiac at home back in December, a 3-3 tie. So La Liberté had gone quite a few games without a goal. He had missed last 2 weekends, but glad to get that monkey off his back. I'm sure he is.
Face off to the right of Diebold in the RPI zone. 2:36 gone by here in the second. 1-0 RPI leads. McPherson against Miller. Engineers win. Puck goes into the corner. Bokenford gets hit up along the boards. Back out to Lebrec. Lebrec shot. Save. Diebold. Rebound. Loose in the slot. Knocked away by Girardi. He just got a stick in and kept it away from Tanzi. And the Engineers get it, get some space, and send it down ice. They need to take the change. They were out there after the icing. Clarkson has trouble moving it out of their zone. Leonard keeps it in at the blue line. Behind the net. Golden Knights. Lebrec. Near side. Boucher. Into the neutral zone. Powers turns around. Can't get the puck. DeVito has it for RPI. Up for Rodgick. Puts one into the air. Goes into the Clarkson zone. But the Engineers having trouble following up on that. Fulton and DeVito go into the corner. Fulton has underneath him. Looks for DeVito. But there was a Golden Knight in the way. Now Lebrec has it for Clarkson. Lebrec. Near side. Boucher. I think that was tipped. It was. No icing. Leonard kicks it to himself. And now leaves the puck for LeBuff behind the net. 1-0 Engineers here in the second. DeVito, blue line, red line, dumps the puck in. Almost looks like he was going for the referee on that side, who gets out of the way. Officials are having a tough time of it here tonight in Troy. Clarkson clears. Dolan at the center ice red line. To Zaleski far side. Zaleski gets hit, keeps the puck. Now loses it. It's knocked out by Boak. Back to the RPI blue liners. Bradley looking for Zaleski, who didn't know the puck was coming. He wasn't looking. Clarkson has it. Boak, far side. Neutral zone. Boak doesn't find anybody. Now along the far boards. Into the zone briefly. Haggerty has it. Cross ice. Nope, that's Haggerty now has it from the cross ice pass. His shot misses the net. It was Higgs on the far side who got him the pass. Or got him the puck. Now the Engineers, Dolan has to race back and get to the puck. Keeps it away from McPherson. Engineers, Haggerty at the blue line gets it. Sends it into the zone, and he goes to his bench for the change. The bench was right there. Long change this time for both teams. Slightly longer change. Loose out front to Nordy. Overskates the puck. Doesn't get a shot off. Puck to the far ice corner. Tanzi loses it. Neal along the glass. Sends it behind the net for Zaleski. He gets hit. Zaleski couldn't move it along as Geiger hit him. Puck's in the near corner of the Clarkson zone. Golden Knights to the neutral zone. McPherson, cross ice. Josephs into the zone. Face-off circle. Shot. Gloved by Diebold. Was going high, but he'll take a whistle.
Liking what I'm seeing out of the Engineers in the offensive zone to start this period. Brock Higgs was bringing the puck around the back of the net, and Matt Snorty, who just got on the ice in place of Ryan Haggerty, went crashing to the net. Higgs saw him, but a good play. Alan McPherson was there to kind of jumble it up and stop Snorty from getting a shut off. But that's what the Engineers need to do. You send men to the net, you got those opportunities, and you get the puck in the net.
Burton against the Liberté to the left of Diebold. Won by the Engineers. Puck goes in the corner. LeBuff digs it out. That's where the door is, and it kind of got stuck there, so LeBuff had to get it out. Sent down ice, kind of on net, and that's icing against RPI. I'm not sure what was going on there either.
LeBuff wasn't trying to ice the puck there, I have to say. I mean, he was just trying to get in, but a little too much heat on it. So, not a big deal. The change, it just happened, so not much lost.
You are listening to WRPI Troy with Engineer Hockey from the Houston Fieldhouse. Kurt Stutt, Jeff Epp on the call for you tonight. 14:47 to go, period number 2. RPI leads Clarkson 1-0. Face off to the left of Diebold in the RPI zone. To Clarkson, shot, and it goes over the net as Joe Zarbo suddenly got the puck with a clear avenue towards the net and overshot it. Engineers out. To Nordy in front of his bench, backhands the puck in. Boak gets hit by an Engineer, can't get the puck. Falls down, takes Neal with him on the fall down. Engineers have possession. Tenorti to LeBuff at the blue line and misplays it, and the Engineers have to go out of the zone. Dump back in, goes right to Howden. He puts it down on the ice. Over to the far side for McGetty. Coming off the bench, Lebrecht backhands it to the face-off circle. Nobody there but RPI. Clarkson still trying to finish up the change. Schrader crosses the blue line. Drop pass for Neal. Neal sends the puck off Boak, accidentally. Behind the net for Clarkson. Far side Frederick gets enough on it to get it out to the neutral zone. There's a race for the puck. And Dolan keeps it away from the other number 11 on the ice, Christian. And the puck's to the near ice side. Engineers, McGowan, neutral zone. A little bit too far past Miller. Clarkson dumps it the other way. Goes right to Dolan. Dolan crosses the blue line. In the slot, he takes a shot. Goes off the skate to the far ice boards. Clarkson backhander. A little bit too much playing with the puck, but Clarkson sends it on net. No icing, as they sent it all the way down ice. If you don't want to take an icing, that's the way to do it. Engineers, though, get possession. Schrader, neutral zone. Miller across the blue line to the far side. Just poked away by Geiger from the pass. The pass was going to McGowan. He just poked it away. Frederick for Clarkson. Gets it across the blue line. Feeds it up ahead, and nobody was there. Bokenfor in front of the Clarkson bench has trouble playing the puck. Clarkson takes the puck in, but they're offside because Christian was in the zone. He was about 5 feet into the zone. And so that doesn't work.
Yeah, lucky breakdown for the Engineers as he was close to the blue line, and Frederick would have been on net, unopposed right there as the defenders were on the board and trying to make a change. So Clarkson has 2 shots on net so far this period, and I believe RPI has 2 also, but one of those is a goal. So with 13:08 left in the second period, the score is 1-0 RPI.
Clarkson has 3. They came in with 7.
Thank you, Kurt.
Face-off, neutral zone won by the Golden Knights. Geiger drives it in. Engineers behind the net, can't get it out. Howden at the far point, skies one over the net, off the glass. Puck in the near corner. Engineers to Haggerty at the half boards. Haggerty to the neutral zone. Backhands it near side for Zaleski, and RPI is offsides again. Higgs was way into the zone.
Yep, rushed through the neutral zone. Haggerty had the puck, could have given it to Higgs, but decided to give it to Zaleski, and Higgs just was unable to get the breaks up. Fourth line out there for RPI. We're going to have Rajic taking this face-off, so Fulton and DeVito also out there for the Engineers.
McPherson out there at center for Clarkson. Won by the Engineers. Leonard, cross ice, LeBuff. Into the zone. Around to the near side. Clarkson can't get it out. Rajic along the boards, had possession, lost it. Now Josephs gets it, and it's out of the zone. Sends it over to the far side. Danello in the far corner. Danello gets hit by LeBuff. Puck goes behind the net. McPherson can't get it. For the Golden Knights, Engineers ping-pong it a little bit and send it out of the zone. 12:19 to go here, period number 2. 1-0, RPI leads Clarkson. Puck's in the far corner. LeBuff is there. Near side, DeVito. Gets to the red line. DeVito crosses the blue line. He's in. DeVito into the corner. Gets hit by Boak. That hit frees up the puck to Clarkson. And Tansey gets it to Boak, and the Golden Knights have some space far side. Often Engineers stick down ice, no icing. Puck goes to the side of the net. Powers races down, gets there first. Can't get towards the net, goes into the corner. He gets hit by Dolan. Puck goes behind the net to the far ice side. Bradley can't get there in time. He gets into a collision with Boucher. Engineers try near side. Tenorti has it go underneath him. Lost sight of the puck. Now it's tied up along the boards. Matt Zarbo tried to send it behind the net. Goes behind the corner to him once more. Now to Tenorti, into the middle. Clarkson touches it, and they'll keep it alive in the zone. That was a hand pass if it hadn't been touched by, I forget who it was who hand passed it, but it's still in the zone. Clarkson has possession in the near corner. Up and over everybody behind the net. To the far corner. Neal gets hit before he can clear it out. Howden got in there. Puck around to the near side. Tenorti lays it back for Bradley. Down ice. Engineers, Liberté at the blue line and hits Taggart, the linesman, and stays in the zone. Now, or stayed near the blue line, now out of the zone. Magenity brings it into the RPI zone. Magenity in the near corner. Clarkson changing the D-men behind all this. Puck goes to the far side. Neal is there. Neal, can he get it down ice? Yeah, but this is going to be icing against RPI.
Engineers really not having able to get the breakout out of the defensive zone there cleanly, and that was something I was about to say. They've been much improved on compared to the last time they played Clarkson up in Potsdam. They had trouble getting out of the zone. Defenders were throwing the puck blindly behind the net to a teammate, and Clarkson was there to pick it off, but it had not been the case up to now. But now RPI about a minute in the defensive zone, and the icing is going to take an timeout. So 10:45 left here in the second. This game, RPI is leading Clarkson 1-0.
Coach Apper taking a timeout here, not only because it's an icing, but because the last minute and a half was all being played in the RPI side of the ice, in the RPI zone.
Yeah, the Engineers were not playing, getting the puck out of their zone with any ease. They finally been hemmed in there, and that on top of the icing, good time to take a break and also clean up what's not working.
Or at least discuss what's not working. These same players have to stay out there who are having trouble clearing it, so they have some experience in attempting to clear it. The officials also take a chance to take a break and discuss their misfortunes tonight.
It has been a rough night for them. I believe the puck has hit them or a player 4 or 5 times now. You always know there's a third team out there, but tonight you can actually see it and feel it.
Or at least they can feel it. So 10:45 to go here, period number 2. RPI with the power play goal early in this period. La Liberté from Zaleski. La Liberté's 5th power play, his 5th goal of the season. That's the 14th assist for Zaleski this year. That's got RPI up 1-0. As RPI looks to tie Clarkson in the standings in the battle for home ice. And I do believe he said if they win tonight, they guarantee home ice. Is that correct?
No, if Brown and Harvard must also tie for that to be true.
Okay. Clarkson gets the face-off, wins. Zarbo, shot, score! Joe Zarbo gets it and ties it at 1. And all that discussion that occurred during that timeout didn't work.
I was going to mention, but we ran out of time then. The last up in Potsdam, yes, that's where you play Clarkson. Clarkson got in a goal. It was Todd Christian earlier this season who had won the face-off win to come to him, and he just buried it past Diebold. And not exactly going straight to the winner, but 1, 2, 3, 2 passes there and going to Zarbo. He gets it past Diebold. This game is all tied up. So the timeout for RPI did not work there at all.
Beat Diebold to his left. Diebold was moving right because that's where Zarbo was going. Zarbo to his left, Diebold's right. And as Diebold moved right, Zarbo went to Diebold's left on the shot, and there was free space there. I think I got that clearly, did I?
I understood what you meant. I don't know if
anybody else did.
It was right, I can tell you that.
Clarkson, after the face-off, brought the puck into the RPI zone, out and back in again. Diebold behind the net doesn't play it quickly enough, and the Golden Knights are there. Backhanded towards the middle. Burton's shot goes off McGowan and over to the far side. Clarkson keeps it in at the point. Loose in the slot, and Matt Zarbo, nope, that's Joe Zarbo, couldn't do anything with it. Clarkson gets hit while they're in the middle of a line change, but that was inadvertent, so there won't be a penalty on that, and now it's icing against RPI. A lot of stuff going on there.
This is going to be an important few minutes for the Engineers with another icing here. They do not want to let the momentum of this game favor directly in Clarkson. Clarkson's had the edge in the play the last 3-4 minutes, getting the goal, tying it up at 1-1. Giving up another goal here would be just probably, definitely not kill. I don't mean to say that, but you want to stop the momentum from going to Clarkson's way. So a good, important face-off here.
Joe Zarbo on the goal from Burton, who took the face-off for Clarkson, tied it at 1. Puck along the far half boards. Engineers neutral zone. Danello has it underneath him, though, in front of the Clarkson bench. Back to the Clarkson D. Geiger. D to D. Lebrecht. Back to Geiger. Blue line. Red line. Backhands the puck in. It's on net. Gloved by Diebold, and he gets the whistle.
Smart by Diebold. He 2 Clarkson forwards coming in on him. He had defenders around, but just gobble up the puck there, take the face off, let everything get settled.
Very quiet Houston Fieldhouse right now. Good crowd here. Clarkson band's going to kick it off right now with some noise, but the crowd is very, very quiet.
We got pretty much a full house, I'd have to say. We were close to capacity last night, but definitely closer tonight.
Face-offs in the circle. Clarkson can't kick it towards net. RPI ultimately gets possession, and it's Fulton out. Blue line, red line, off his own man into the zone, and RPI was offsides. The person who was offsides was the guy who dumped it in. He's kept going, and it went off the back of his own player.
Going to get Rajic. He wasn't aware of the call. The linesman who had his hand up was behind him, so he didn't see it. But puck, the result of this is puck back in the RPI defensive zone, so they got to win a face-off and get out and get momentum back in their favor.
Matt Zarbo against Rajic on the face-off. In the circle, Bradley gets it into the corner. It's underneath him. Clarkson playing a lot more physical right now. Lebrecht on the far side sends the puck behind the net. Engineers get some room. Bradley, face-off circle, near side, DeVito, red line, blue line, right out front, Rajic, move, shot, save, Lewis! Was loose in the slot, and another shot, pad save by Lewis as RPI was able to get a stick on it. I think Fulton had the second shot. Clarkson, can they clear? Yes, they'll get it out of the zone. Matt Zarbo brings it across the blue line, leaves it back behind the net. Engineers with good opportunities there. Rajic with the best opportunity, but couldn't get it past Lewis. Puck's behind the Engineer net, now to the far corner. McPherson going forward in the near corner for Clarkson. Can't get it out to the point. Stays with it in the corner. Face-off circle, right to DeVito. DeVito turns, gets it up to Fulton. Blue line, red line, into the zone. Bokenford giving chase for RPI as the Engineers switch behind him. Clarkson along the half boards, can't get it up and out of the ice. Now they'll get it out of the ice as good back-checking by Tenorti prevents McPherson from heading down ice. Geiger swings at it, sends it right to Tenorti, who comes across the blue line with the puck. RPI about to get a power play, and a shot saved by Lewis. No possession by Clarkson. Back out to center point. Haggerty has it. Goaltender is off for RPI. 6 skaters on. LaBeouf, face-off circle. Engineers right out front, and Clarkson touches up, and RPI gets a power play.
That's what you want to see with six men on the ice. Get some guys down low and look for those passes, but Clarkson, good job cleaning up. Did not see the call on the ice, actually, but the result of it is RPI with the power play opportunity will be their 4th for the night. They have 1 goal so far, the previous 3. So they'll be looking to get another goal right here. It's going to be Troy Josephs, the freshman with the penalty. They're going to call elbowing. So RPI sending out their top power play unit again. It was Zaleski who got the assist on winning the faceoff clean back to La Liberté, who took 1 shot on a faceoff circle, got the rebound, and buried it past Lewis. So we'll see what happens here. With 7:56 left in the second period, this game is tied 1-1.
That's an elbow contact to the head, says Al Shipley, the PA announcer. Engineers win the faceoff as they're on the power play. Zaleski, center point. Near side, La Liberté for RPI. La Liberté in the circle. Back to Zaleski, center point. No shot. La Liberté, face-off circle. Neal, back out. Haggerty, shot. Hits somebody in the slot. I don't know if it hit La Liberté or if it hit Boak, but Clarkson gets it, and they'll clear it down ice. 1:35 to go on the power play for RPI. Tied at 1 here in period number 2. Zaleski, red line. Backhander to Neal. Neal comes across. Neal's got some room. Shot, save, Lewis. Rebound comes out. Kick behind the net. Neal back out to the blue line for Zaleski. Into the corner for Higgs. Half boards for Neal. Neal has to go off a Golden Knight to Zaleski. Gloves it. Backhands it to Haggerty. Far side. Haggerty takes a shot. Lewis makes the save. Haggerty in the corner. Behind the net. Now to the near side. Clarkson gets there. Can they get it out? Zaleski at the point. Kept it in. La Liberté, center point. Far side, facial circle. Shot saved by Lewis, and he holds on.
And some extracurriculars there. Kevin Tansey had a problem with Brock Higgs standing near the goalie, which is what Brock Higgs' job is right there. Second time this season, Brock Higgs has gotten a little contact to the face for doing what he's supposed to be doing, if anyone remembers the Mayor's Cup game. But on that power play there for the Engineers, good movement, good puck movement, good skating, working the puck down low and finding it in the slot, but unable to find a goal. But a few shots there for the Engineers. Now they have their second unit out there.
McGowan against Burton to the right of Lewis. 57 seconds left on the power play. Puck goes into the far corner. Anybody going to dig this one out? Clarkson digs it out. Golden Knights, neutral zone, tipped by RPI in the neutral zone. Frederick now gets it at the blue line and just sends it in. Clarkson will retreat. May have had a bit of a break there, but once the tip occurred, the Golden Knights didn't want to push their luck. Engineers, Leonard, blue line, red line, sends the puck into the near corner. Howden gets it to Boak. Boak gets hit. Howden has the puck. Skies it out of play. Not high enough to get to us.
It was pretty high, though, but not quite up here in the catwalk, yes. Engineers, power play. Coach Appert always talked about the power play not always needing to get a goal, but to change momentum in a game. And even if the Engineers don't get a goal in this last 25 seconds in the power play opportunity, you can definitely feel the momentum is back in their favor right now. So this power play has been beneficial to the Engineers no matter what, any way you look at it.
RPI out shooting Clarkson tonight 22-11. That's 2-1 if you don't do the math. Or if you're not good at math. Clarkson does win this neutralized faceoff. Boak gets it, sends it down ice. On net, Diebold has to race out and cover it. Trips his own man, Bradley, as he was keeping the puck away from Danello.
Yeah, Danello was right on the doorstep, and with Diebold unaware of it as soon as the puck got down there, and then he saw the rebound went a little too far. He had to jump on that. So quick hands there by Diebold, very aware of the situation he's in. Engineers will have 16 seconds left in the power play if they're in their defensive zone, so we'll see what happens at this point.
McPherson against Zaleski in the circle. Hits the linesman. It's that kind of night. Haggerty has it. Blue line, red line, right wing boards, blue line. Gets hit right as he lost the puck near the top of the face-off circle and couldn't get a shot off. Clarkson will swing this down ice. And now back to 5-a-side here at the Fieldhouse. 5:50 to go in the second. Tied at 1. RPI versus Clarkson. Not neutral zone. Zaleski has it. Retreats in front of his net. Haggerty neutral zone in front of the penalty boxes. Pass goes to Zaleski. Zaleski face-off circle. His shot deflects off Boak's stick, goes to the glass. Clarkson kick towards the front. Shot! Oh, where did that go off? Did it hit Lewis or the post?
That went off Lewis. Good save by him.
Lewis makes a save as Clarkson turned it over right to RPI in the low slot, and RPI can't convert on that, and now the puck goes out of play.
I believe that was Haggerty right in front. You couldn't handpick a better player for the Engineers, but Lewis was able to track the puck unlike every other player on the ice, and he got to the right side of the net to make the save. So we watch the replay right here. Haggerty right in front. And yep, I believe that was Lewis with the save to take away the replay. So opportunity there for the Engineers, but nothing coming. Actually, it might have been the post. There's not been awarded a shot on goal for that yet, so I could be mistaken. But either way, this game is still 1-1 with 5:23 left in the second period.
Face off to the left of Lewis, kicked around. Clarkson gets it out of the zone. Clarkson racing for it. Joe Zarbo got a stick on it to send it down ice and keep it away from the Engineers. But then Clarkson can't follow up. Schrader along the right wing boards, gets hit by Sins after he sends the puck in. Rogic behind the net, taking the tour. Now feeds it back behind the net, knocked off its moorings. Overruled that Tenorti did that. Face-off goes outside the zone.
Exactly 5 minutes left in the second period. Game is tied 1-1 still. Shots favor the Engineers 22-12, so that shot probably definitely did go off the post as I misread it. But
I'm still not sure.
Either way. But you can tell since that power play has happened, the Engineers have been in the offensive zone getting the opportunities. Clarkson with a rush, a possibility, but the Engineers, good job cleaning that up through the neutral zone. So looking to continue that momentum with 5 minutes left here.
The Liberté against Burton, won cleanly by Clarkson. D-to-D, Geiger near side. Up ice. Is that? Nope, no icing. Puck goes far corner. LaBeouf gets hit by Powers. Puck behind the net, loose from the side of the net, and saved from a Burton shot by Diebold. Another shot saved by Diebold. Rebound comes out to the near side. Along the boards, RPI didn't move it out enough, and it goes towards the net, off Diebold's stick, back behind the net. RPI getting lackadaisical in the defensive zone. Tenorti feeds it back to his D from the half boards. Far side, Leonard, backhander behind the net, didn't see a way out. Near side, Tenorti gets it out of the zone. Geiger tips it, goes along the blue line, taken by the Engineers back to the zone now. Clarkson is touched up. 4:15 to go, period number 2. Tied at 1. RPI down ice. Tip, no icing. Stopped by Lewis. Sins has it for the Golden Knights behind the net. Geiger near side. Clarkson, cross ice pass into the blind spot for us. Now it goes back to the Clarkson zone. Sins waiting behind his net. Taken by Matt Zarbo. To Sins, near side Geiger, off the boards, and Christian gets hit up along the glass. That was uncomfortable. Engineers get the puck. Rogic, red line, blue line. Backhander to his left for DeVito. DeVito sends the puck behind the net. Rogic touches it. Now Fulton comes in and has it. Fulton comes to the near side, has it poked away. Back to Dolan at the point. Dolan, face-off circle, pops up in the air, comes down in the slot. DeVito gloves it down, gets a hold of it, feeds it back for Bradley. Blue line, Bradley shot, tips in, goes towards the net. Lewis can't cover, but it gets away from DeVito. Puck just trickled past DeVito as he was moving towards the side of the net. Puck in the near corner of the Clarkson zone. DeVito turns, has it underneath him. DeVito gets hit, stays with the puck, back to Dolan at the point. Dolan, Bradley, Dolan center point, takes a shot, saved by Lewis. Looked like DeVito got a tip.
This fourth line for the Engineers playing well. They've played well in the first and they're playing well in the second. Addition of Travis Fulton to this line. He did not play last night. He stepped in for Milos Babela. You can always see when Fulton's on the ice. He has speed and he's very good at puck battles. And this is just his 25th career game, but in his previous 24, he had 10 points. And for someone who's played predominantly limited action on the fourth line of his career, that's very good point production. You can see watching him play why that happens. He's very aware of good passes to make to the center of the ice to find players.
Engineers line up for the faceoff with Haggerty away from the boards. He was moved towards the middle, but the intent to win him the faceoff doesn't work as Clarkson gets a win there and find their way into Engineer territory. Can't keep it there, though, as the Engineers have it. Neutral zone, Zaleski, red line, blue line. Zaleski, his move, loses the puck, avoids the hit, loses the puck, though, gets it back again behind the net. Zaleski to the near corner. Back to Bokenford, the blue line. His shot misses the net. Higgs on the side of the net takes a shot. I think the net's off its moorings, actually. Back to Karate at the blue line. If it's off by a little. To Higgs, behind the net, Zaleski. Zaleski makes a move, has a poke checked away. McPherson comes in, swings at it, gets the puck a little bit. Clarkson tries to get it out, can't. Danilo got it. Far side shot, score! Haggerty!
Clarkson losing the man you always want to follow, Ryan Haggerty. That's his 24th goal of the season. I believe it was Brock Higgs who found him. Haggerty was calling for the puck. He was open for a good second or two and able to beat the goalie Lewis to the glove side. So good play by the Engineers. They won the puck in on the boards. Higgs found him, and Haggerty with the bomb to the top corner. As Engineers take the 2-1 lead here with 2:16 left in the second period. That is Haggerty's wheelhouse. That's where he's always looking to take a shot from.
Clarkson didn't have anybody over there, and that's a mistake. Engineers win the ensuing face-off. LaBeouf, Schrader, Miller into the corner. Big hit by Boak. Puck tied up in the corner as they announce the goal scoring right now. Engineers back out to the point. Leonard, blue line. Far side, LaBeouf. His shot goes off the stick, back behind the net. Near ice corner. Engineers can't find it out front. McGowan got hit off the play. Bokenforth, the second assist on that goal for RPI to put the Engineers up 2-1. Behind the Clarkson net, Lebrecht gets it up ice towards the point. Clarkson, can they get it out? No, kept in by the Engineers. Leonard at the point. Now it's the blue line. Clarkson gets out. Joe Zarbo along the blue line, feeds it to Burton. He takes a shot that hits off LaBeouf, goes to the far side. And now it goes in on net. Leonard gloves it, and he gets the whistle.
Got 1-2-3 left here in the second period, a minute and 23 seconds. RPI is still up 2-1. So as Kurt said, that goal is Ryan Haggerty's 24th of the year. The assists go to Brock Higgs. That's Brock Higgs with the primary assist. That's his 15th of the year. And number 4, Craig Bokenford with his second assist of the season.
Face off to the left of Diebold. Who wins this? We'll call it an RPI win as Liberté found it at the end boards. Behind the net, Bradley. Neutral zone, Engineers. Neal has a pop-up behind him, didn't see it. Now the Engineers are on side as Liberté crossed the blue line and dumped it further down. Engineers lose the puck along near ice boards as we're 1 minute to go here in the second. Engineers up 2-1. Clarkson crosses the blue line. A backhander goes off goal into the near corner. Engineers outnumber Clarkson 3-on-2 in that corner. Liberté, the winner of the puck. Liberté, 40 seconds to go in the period. Neutral zone. Haggerty has to go off his stick towards the net. Lewis is just going to smother that one with Haggerty and Neal coming at him.
Yep, smart by Lewis. Men coming in, just simple, stop the puck. Haggerty getting a little too much stick on that. He was trying, he knew what he was trying to do. Neal was in the center of the ice. Could have gotten some speed in there, but the tip just went a little too far. So with 35 seconds here left in the second period, the Engineers have their top line of Zaleski, Haggerty, and Higgs out there. They're going to be trying to win the face-off and put some rubber on net. Get a third goal before we head into the second intermission.
Zaleski against Burton to the boards, won by Clarkson, but I don't think they're going to get this one out. Higgs along the boards, keeps it in, backhander, Zaleski, acrobatic stop, tries to feed it out front, but a deflection, and it goes to the Golden Knights. 20 seconds to go in the period. Burton in the neutral zone, couldn't glove it down, no icing, Bokenfour goes back to get it. In the corner, 12 seconds to go in the period, puck's in the RPI zone. Burton and McPherson try to dig this one out. Puck goes to the face-off circle. Engineers can't get it out of there, but now it goes to Karardi. He drives it around the boards, and that does it. It doesn't get far enough down ice for icing before the whistle blows, and RPI leads 2-1 after 2.
Engineers, overall in that period, had the better of the play, and that's why they're coming out here with a 2-1 lead. But in the middle of it, you can see Clarkson getting the momentum, and I think the period all changed when Clarkson, it was I can't remember who it was. But they took a penalty, and RPI did not score on that. But momentum went back to them, and they were able to get that second goal. So as we head to the second intermission here, RPI is going to have the 2-1 lead.
There was a point in time when Clarkson scored that goal to tie it at 1. RPI was in danger of losing momentum at that point of the game. And Clarkson took advantage. They had a tired RPI team out there, icing, timeout was called, and then they scored quickly after that, so the timeout actually didn't work. But RPI did a good job after that of regaining the momentum of the game. Yeah,
and as I just said, I think it all turned on that Clarkson power penalty they took. Engineers unable to score on that second opportunity they had in this period, but they got the momentum back, and that's what led to the Haggerty goal. Just Clarkson totally losing him out on the ice. The puck was in the boards, and most of them were over there, and Haggerty just in the center of the ice, a little close to the far face-off circle, was just calling for the puck, waving at Higgs, saying, I'm open. Finally, Higgs found him, and Haggerty able to bury it.
Okay, so we're going to take a break, and then we'll come back and we'll run down men's hockey and what the playoff situation is looking like in the out-of-town scoreboard. I just want to spool that one up and figure out what's going on out of town. So that's going to come at you during the second intermission here from the Houston Fieldhouse. The score after 2 periods, it is RPI 2 and Clarkson 1, and you're listening to live coverage of Engineer Hockey on 91.5 FM, WRPI Troy.
Most active in student activities. Since its founding 102 years ago, Phalanx has conducted only 1,482 students and has recognized 135 honorary members comprised of faculty and staff members of the Rensselaer community. In addition, Phalanx recognizes the achievement of freshmen and sophomores with the White Key organization. Phalanx would like to thank everyone who assisted in this year's selection. Direct your attention to the ceremony in our area to the east side. Let's introduce the new members. Greeting the new members, the Vice President Lauren Nix and Advisor Peter Dome. Members of the 2014 captain class, Emily Ackerman. Elise Flood. Ian Caldwell, Michelle Denny, Nimet Dulakar, Christina Gilliland, Christopher Heimbuchel, Brendan Howell, Richard Vance, Melanie Lotinski, Emily Neviolo, Asari Rapiaina, Thomas Fair, Carmen Coleman, Paige Thompson, Hannah Casati, Deanna Yee, and two people who could not make it this evening, Stephen Bennett and Zen Jackson Tang. These students have distinguished themselves among their peers for extraordinary leadership, service, and devotion to RPI. Let's recognize them with a round of applause for their high accomplishments. Thank you and congratulations.
I thought you were good.
Now, if you purchase a Chugga puck for this evening's contest, please move down the other boards. We'll start in just a few seconds. Again, sponsored by Bobbers Burrito Bar. The puck that ends up closest to the center ice face-off guy will win a gift certificate to Bobbers Burrito Bar in downtown Troy. You ready? 3, 2, 1, Chuck, your pucks. RPI Bookstore, Wrestler Honda, Chipotle, Domino's Pizza, United Group Flyhopper, Bird Construction and Saratoga Eagle Sales and Service, and National Grid. All right, let's pick a winner here. Winner is tonight, Robert Burrito Bar, Chugga Puck Contest. 97, puck number 97, you're the winner of a gift certificate to Bobbers Burrito Bar in downtown Troy. Bobbers Burrito Bar, proud sponsor of RPI Athletics. Winners in the raffle from the food donations tonight, we have 3 winners. Ticket number 653932. Also 653-729 and 653-716. Winners of the Home 7 raffle tonight. And tonight we raised $298 and 90 pounds of food for Home 7. Thank you very much. Bye. Coach South Africa. Now I'm trying to do it. But we are under the cost and calls. Good conversation, good advice. With hometown attorneys, we'll do it all. recruits without flying the Yankee trails were traveled to help you out. They work with all the major cruise lines out of New York City and New Jersey. They also include their cruise and express shuttle transportation with all of their package. For reservations, more information, call 286-2400 or visit online at yankeetrails.com.
So long as WRPI is broadcasting, we will provide the broadcast on our internet feed. Once again, that is WRPI.org. WRPI Sports is seeking current RPI students to make live calls on RPI athletic events such as this one. Your opportunities this season are in the air for men's hockey and in the future baseball. For more information or to express interest, contact us at WRPI-sports at rpi.edu.
Teams have switched sides for what everybody hopes, if you're an RPI fan, is the final time tonight. If they switch again, it goes to overtime.
Or they could have lost. So, not exactly true. Does that prove that things are good?
Wow, you're going to get technical on me, aren't you?
I apologize, but
I didn't think of that.
I know. It's okay.
Okay, so it's Clarkson left to right, RPI right to left across your radio dial. 2-1, Engineers lead. They're out shooting Clarkson 24-12 through 2 periods. Selesky wins the faceoff back to LaBeouf. Leonard at the blue line, skating 5 aside at the field house. Along far right boards in front of the Clarkson bench. Back and forth, Engineers dump it in. Lewis stops it behind the net for the Golden Knights. Clarkson, Tanzi clears it into the crowd by accident. That's a penalty in the NHL, but not in college.
And it shouldn't be a penalty because there was no intent to delay the game right there, just missing the board. So just 17 seconds in here, nothing happening, but we're going to get a face-off to the right of Lewis. This game, RPI leads Clarkson 2-1 right now.
I should have said automatic penalty in the NHL.
Yeah, no question in the NHL, but
yeah,
thankfully not here because there was no intent to delay the game.
McPherson against Selesky on the draw. Goes into the slot. Josephs has it. Neutral zone to nobody. Leonard off Selesky's stick. Back to McPherson. He crosses the blue line with the puck. Out again. Danello gets a stick on it as it goes behind the Engineer net. Leonard around to the near ice side. Higgs has it. For Selesky, neutral zone. A little bit too far for Selesky. Tansey got a stick on it. And it's back to the blue line. Engineer sky this one. Goes to the Clarkson blue line. Tansey up to... looking for McPherson. It goes off Neal's stick. Now it goes to LaBeouf. LaBeouf to Neal, who misplaced the puck. Zarbo has it. That will be Joe. Hang on, which Zarbo is that? That's Joe Zarbo who had the puck. Getting them confused already. Puck along the near ice boards. Joe Zarbo backhands it. Looking for Burton behind the net. A little too far. Tenorti has it. Along the far ice boards. Kicks it, but not out. Kept it at the point. Shots. It's saved by D-Bold. I'm not sure if that was on net, but we'll call it a save from up here. Joe Zarbo has the puck along the far ice boards. Gets hit off the play. Gets it back again to the corner. Leonard gets a stick on it. Back to Joe Zarbo at the boards. No options towards the point. Sends it behind the net. Leonard's there for RPI. Keeps it away from the Golden Knights. RPI, LaBeouf. Neutral zone to Neal. Touched, and they're going to call icing. I'm not sure. I thought Clarkson had touched that, but it's icing.
I didn't see any contact either way, but only matters what the ref saw, so no contact, icing on the Engineers. Clarkson with the majority of the not much going on so far here in the third period, but they've had the opportunities. Diebold had to make a save or two, so good by him. 18:24 left here in the third. RPI leading Clarkson 2-1.
Matt Zarbo on the face-off against Liberté, won by the Engineers. Puck goes into the corner, lost by LaBeouf. Frederick came in. Frederick has it underneath him. 3 Engineers, 2 Golden Knights. Matt Zarbo joining Frederick in the corner for Clarkson, trying to dig this puck out. This is so unexciting. Still knocking the puck around. Frederick gets hit to the ice, gets back up. Zarbo goes to the ice. He gets back up. Engineers out. The Liberté to Tenorti on his right. Tenorti along the boards. Tries to feed it back to the Liberté. Loses it to the Golden Knights. Off the boards. A little bit too far for Frederick. Frederick was looking to hit Boucher at the blue line, but the pass was intercepted by the Engineers. Neutral zone taken by the Golden Knights. Frederick to the far side, or now into the middle, actually. Sins has it for Clarkson. 17:35 left to go here in the third. 2-1, RPI leads. Clarkson, McPherson, red line, blue line, near side, looking for Powers, broken up by the Engineers, but not out of the zone, kept in by the Golden Knights. McPherson in the corner, misplays the puck, looking for a man at the half boards. Nobody was there. Now the Engineers, Schrader going down ice with Miller. Schrader looking for Miller, and the pass was too far in front of Miller. He couldn't get the stick down to get to it. Schrader gets the puck back behind the net. It was misplayed, loose in the crease, and I think McGowan kicked it back behind the net. Miller in the far corner for RPI, turns. Can't escape Powers. Powers has him up against the board. Where's the puck? Almost got stuck in the door. That's where the Zamboni exits and enters, or enters and exits. I guess that's a philosophical point of view. Puck along the far boards, taken by McPherson, neutral zone, intercepted by Dolan, dumped the other way. Is that icing? No. Okay. Geiger has it in the near corner. Both teams changing up personnel. Geiger goes behind the net, can't get away from Fulton. Geiger gets some space, far side. Zarbo had it, lost it in the neutral zone. McGanity had it and backhands it into the crowd, so there'll be a neutralized faceoff.
All that opportunity offensive zone created by the RPI's third line of Schrader, McGowan, and Miller. I think each player honestly had a chance to score there. Schrader came into the zone and cross-ice pass to Miller, which missed, and then Schrader's out in front, no one saw him, and finally, when Schrader got the puck back, he threw it out in front, went off McGowan's skate. So a good play there by the RPI third line.
2-1 Engineers lead here in the third. Face-off won by the Golden Knights. Clarkson, they'll get the puck into the RPI zone. Diebold's going to cover that one. It was going to miss the net, but he wants to take a break.
Just being careful. You don't want anything bad to happen. Nothing ever wrong with taking the covering up the puck and taking the face-off. As long as that face-off doesn't lead to a goal like it did earlier for the Clarkson.
That was an icing.
Well, it's a face-off still.
It's a face-off, yes.
Yeah, no, that was an icing, yes, but...
Face-off to the right of Diebold. Burton against Zaleski. Won by Clarkson, top of the face-off circle. Howden in the middle, takes a shot. Oh, looking for the tip out front. And they had a man parked right out front. McGanity was out front, but it tipped and went wide. Clarkson keeps the puck in the zone. Lost. Burton has it. Face-off circle. Shot. Save. Diebold. Rebound goes into the slot. Cleared out by the D by RPI. And that'll be icing against the Engineers.
I should try not to jinx things here for the Engineers. As I said, face-offs creating goals. And Clarkson with a few opportunities right there. Good block by Haggerty at one point to block the shot by the defenseman. But puck's bouncing right to Clarkson's sticks. And good saves there by Diebold. He has 14 saves on the night. And his control of the rebounds, I'd have to say, has been very good tonight, as opposed to last night. It wasn't the best.
Matt Zarbo against Zaleski on the face-off. Won by Clarkson. Shot. Save Diebold, and he covers.
Face-off wins. I don't have the face-off numbers in front of me, but it just feels that Clarkson's getting the better of these face-offs in the game, and they're leading to the opportunities for the Golden Knights. So Zaleski's going to have another opportunity here. He's one of the better face-off men in the country. But
won by Clarkson. Shot goes over the net this time. That's 2 straight losses by Zaleski. Tansey at the point. Backhands it along the boards. Kicked along by Matt Zarbo. Puck behind the net. Boucher sends it out to the blue line and lost at the blue line by Boak. He keeps it away from the Engineers, but a bad play at the blue line, and Clarkson had to get out of the zone. They send it back in. LaBeouf behind the net. Near side for Leonard. Leonard up to Zaleski, not across the blue line. Now Zaleski gets it out. Tanzi stops it in front of the RPI bench. Boak to Tanzi, D to D pass. They'll switch sides. As while Clarkson's stalling, they're changing the forward line. 5 gone by here in the third. 2-1, RPI leads. Golden Knights. McPherson into the neutral zone. Dumped down into the RPI zone. Danilo goes for it in the corner. Liberté gets there first. Behind the net for Dolan. Dolan far side. Neal gets a stick on it, and it's out. Back to the Clarkson zone. Boak looking for Joseph. A little too far. Liberté comes in and gets it into the corner. Liberté, they'll feed it back to the point. Does RPI. Bradley at the point. Towards the net. Deflects off a Clarkson player and misses on the far side. Tenorti goes into the corner. Along the boards. Falls down. Clarkson gets the puck, and it's to the neutral zone. Danilo gets hit down in the neutral zone as he had the puck in front of him. That's clean play. Bradley now has it in front of his net. To the far side, Engineers, Tenorti, near side, Neal. Red line. Dumps it into the Clarkson zone. RPI needs to change personnel. Miller's still out there. I don't think he's finished the change yet. Nope, he was the beginning of the change, pardon me. Clarkson's into the RPI zone. Towards the net. Deflects, goes through the slot, and sticked away by Diebold. Puck on the far side. Clarkson behind the net. McGinnity to Geiger at the point. He takes a shot that deflects off an RPI stick, goes off the glass, comes down right to Karardi. He starts to rush down ice to the red line, sends the puck in, and retreats towards the bench. Lewis came out to play the puck, has to get back into the net, and just does as the puck went into the crease. Engineers, Leonard coming off the bench, keeps it in play. Schrader takes a shot. That goes off McGinnity and goes into the far corner. 2 of each team over there. The Haas ties up an Engineer, that's Leonard, and we're going to get a whistle. Is that a penalty against Clarkson? Holding against the Golden Knights.
Power play opportunity here. It's third line of the Engineers causing the trouble. Before we get to the power play, though, Lewis misplaying the puck behind his net, slow to react, and pucking out to an Engineer on the far boards. And, cross-ice pass looking for Miller. Lewis then made up for it by blocking it, stopping it from getting to Miller. But this play was sloppy by the Golden Knights and led to this opportunity, led to the holding penalty against the Haas. So 5th power play opportunity here for the Engineers. They're 1-4 in the night. And getting a 2-goal lead on Clarkson would be very huge at this point. With 13:18 left in the third period, this game, RPI leads Clarkson 2-1.
Again, that's the Haas in the box for the hold. Face-off goes into the corner. Engineers, 3-on-2 advantage in that corner. Get the puck to the point. Liberté keeps it away from the Golden Knights. Engineers to Haggerty. Down low. Shot saved by Lewis. Loose in the air. Swinging at it was Higgs, who took the shot off to the side of Lewis, but he couldn't find it. He's a hockey player. Not as much a baseball player, I guess. Puck goes into the corner. 3-on-2 advantage again for RPI. They dig this out, and it goes to Zaleski at the far point. To Neal along the board. Zaleski center point. Doesn't see a shot. Now winds up, takes a shot, hits an Engineer leg, but not cleared out as it doesn't go on net. Now Zaleski has trouble handling it off the boards. Clarkson's going to get it and clear it down ice. 1:15 to go in this RPI power play. 12.5 to go, period number 3. 2-1, Engineers lead. RPI, Zaleski, blue line, red line, blue line. Zaleski along the boards. Loses the puck. Now gets it back in. The Engineers get it back. Liberté, Haggerty. Oh, he didn't. I don't think he saw it in front of him until it was too late. Haggerty along the blue line, near side Zaleski. Cross ice, Liberté. Down low, Neal. Neal to the side of the net. Now to the top of the faceoff circle. Liberté to Neal again. Shot, then loose in the crease and taken away by the Clarkson D. It looks like it hit off somebody out front, stayed in the crease, just trickled through, and cleared out by Clarkson. 35 seconds left in the RPI power play. 2-1 they lead. 11:50 to go in the third. Leonard. Up ice, blue line, red line, near side, McGowan into the zone. McGowan gets hit by Boak. Puck in the corner. Engineers, DeVito. Falls down. Loses the puck as it goes behind the net. McPherson has it, can't get it out. Leonard at the half boards. He's kept it in a lot today's game along the half boards. McGowan to Dolan. Dolan. Leonard far side. Leonard. Dolan center point. Looking. Dolan doesn't see any options right now. Near side for McGowan, and it's 5-on-5 here at the Fieldhouse. Engineers send it off to the side of the net. Power play has expired. 2-1 RPI lead. Tenorti along the boards. Can't get it down deep. Clarkson intercepts. Howden at the red line, center ice red line, dumps it into the RPI zone. Clarkson getting their personnel straightened out after the penalty kills expired. 11 gone by, or 11 to go here in the third. 2-1 RPI. Puck into the zone once more. RPI spending a lot of the last few minutes in the Clarkson zone. Engineers, Grodzic in the near corner. Tries to send it to the half boards. Engineers, good work by Miller to keep it in the zone. Puck in the corner. Grodzic gets hit again. Miller comes in, gets the puck, goes behind the net with it, gets hit. Puck's underneath Miller. Miller digs it out, goes to the side, and then turn, takes a shot, save Lewis. It's still loose. Puck's ping-ponging around in front of the crease, and now sent over to the near ice side. I don't think the Engineers got a second shot out of that. He was just trying to get possession of the puck. Cleared into the neutral zone. Boucher crosses the blue line. Puck hasn't been to this side of the ice in a while, long, at least in Clarkson's possession, and it's not there for long. Schrader on the counterattack, crosses the blue line. Schrader behind the net, goes behind the net. We've got a whistle, penalty coming up against RPI, slashing call.
Engineers' action has been all in the offensive zone for the past 3 minutes, so the slashing call going to be against Grodzic. Not what the Engineers needed right there. Momentum all in their favor. They'd been taking it to Clarkson. The only thing missing the past few minutes had been that goal. So Engineers looking to kill off the power play opportunity for Clarkson here. I believe Clarkson's 0 for 3 in this game.
No, they're 0 for 2. This is their third.
This is their third. Thank you. Yes. So we're going to have Zaleski out there, arguably the Engineers' best penalty killer. So
Burton on the face-off for Clarkson. Goes to the face-off circle. Engineers can't get it out. Kept it at the point. Far side, Geiger misses the net. Comes around to the near ice side. McPherson at the point. Sends it behind the net. Burton is there for Clarkson. Burton getting hit by Leonard. Puck in the corner. Now back out to the point. Geiger into the middle. McPherson. Geiger just barely sends it towards the net. Gloved down by LaBeouf and cleared down ice. 1:35 to go on the power play for Clarkson. For the Engineers, Zaleski on the full court press along with McGowan. They'll both retreat. Zaleski going to the bench. Clarkson, neutral zone. Danello, far side. Along the blue line. Finally brought across by McPherson. Half boards near side. Dumps the puck behind the net. Bradley is there for RPI. Plenty of space to clear it down ice. That's almost on net. It was about to miss. They might credit a shot on goal for that. I don't know. We have a better view up here than they do down in the press box. 1:05 to go in the Clarkson power play. 9:15 to go here in the third. 2-1, Engineers lead. Red line, blue line, into the zone. Clarkson shot, save, Debo, loose in the crease. He'll get a whistle, but the puck was never covered.
Kurt, absolutely right. That ref lost sight of it. Debo got his glove on it, but was unable to close it, and it was right out in front. But the Engineers skater is right there to. I don't think anything would have gone by them. They made a great wall, but ref just lost sight of the puck there, and can't blame him. There's just a massive humanity in front of Diebold after he made the initial save.
Face off to the right of Diebold. 57 seconds left in the power play. Puck's dropped, kicked around, goes to the point. Clarkson's got it. Near side shot, save!
That was right on the bottom corner. If this were soccer, that's right where it was. Diebold saw it the whole way, made the glove save. So Diebold's playing well tonight. He's had his angles all right. He's getting his head around guys in front to see the puck, and rebounds have been well controlled. So Clarkson face off the left of Diebold. There's 51 seconds left in this power play for Clarkson.
Zarbo against Burton, against Matt Zarbo, won by Clarkson. Along the half boards. Engineers, can they get it out? Yes. To Higgs in the neutral zone from Zaleski. Higgs crosses the blue line. 40 seconds to go in the Clarkson power play. Engineers on the kill, possessing in the Clarkson zone. Zaleski makes a couple of moves, can't make his way towards the net, though. It was poked away. Clarkson with their last rush. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Neutral zone. Golden Knights, they crossed early. They're offsides. Far side. Boucher was in the zone.
Yep, 25 seconds here on the power play. Engineers have given up the shots, but most of them have been from the blue line. So that's what you want to do on the power play. Let your goalie see the shots and make the saves. So good penalty killing by the Engineers so far. So with 8:37 left in the third period, RPI leads Clarkson 2-1. 25 seconds on the power play, as I just said.
Burton against Schrader, won by Clarkson. Geiger, red line, sends it in off a deflection. Diebold slows the puck behind the net. Clarkson gets some numbers back there. 15 seconds left in the Clarkson power play. 4 Clarkson players in the vicinity of the puck behind the red line. Dug out by McPherson. He's got it near face-off circle. To the middle. Geiger, shot. Deflection by Burton. Misses the net. He tries to scoop it in on the net. Now Burton tries for a wraparound. Kicked away by the RPI. Not out of the zone, but the power play expired. 5 aside. Clarkson sends it off the back of the net. Right out front. Shot. Goes wide of the net from Burton. Loose past Burton. Back to Geiger. His shot. Deflection. Looking for the deflection from Frederick. Frederick misses the puck. Behind the net to the far side. Tansey in the corner. Sends it behind the net. La Liberté has trouble playing the puck. To the half boards. Clarkson still in possession. Shot. Pops up into the net. Comes down behind the net. To the near ice corner. La Liberté spun down to the ice. Clarkson still in possession. Back out to Tansey. Shot, score!
Tansey getting the shot from the high slot, and he had enough time to find the high corner and bury it. Engineers ended that penalty kill, just unable to get it out of the zone. Initially, Curtis Leonard with a great being there as a defender on the wraparound opportunity by McPherson, I believe it was. But Clarkson getting the opportunities there, they were beautiful, and the opportunities were beautiful, and they finally buried one. So this game with 7:40 left is going to be tied 2-2. That is not a power play goal, but that is all the result of that Clarkson power play.
RPI just couldn't clear. And that makes it a 2-2 game. After the face-off, Joe Zarbo into the zone. Face-off circle, loose in the slot, taken by the Engineers. Can they get it out? No, that problem still occurs. Clarkson in the middle. And McGinnity took a shot that deflects and goes over to the side of the net. They're announcing Tansey's goal right now. Puck along the far ice boards. And now cleared out by the Engineers. Boak takes it for Clarkson. Boak starts it up ice, Sticked away in the neutral zone, now taken by Howden. Howden to Clarkson's Zarbo. That was Joe Zarbo, who falls down near the blue line and loses the puck. Girardi into the zone for RPI. Popped up into the air, comes down. Haggerty puts it on the ice, but Tansey, who just scored the goal, gets it for Clarkson. Far side, taken away by Neal. Spoken for, his drive goes high and over the net. Around to the near ice boards. Engineers can't keep it in, cross the blue line. Matt Zarbo over to the far ice side to Christian, who gets hit off the play. Crowd reacting to Bokenfor's hit. Engineers send the puck down ice. There'll be no icing on this. 6:25 to go here in the third period. 2-2 is your score. You are listening to WRPI Troy with Engineer Hockey from the Houston Fieldhouse. Kurt Stutt, Jeff Epp on the call for you tonight. Clarkson controls. Tansey can't get away from McGowan. Back in the Clarkson zone. Brings it around to the near ice side. Still can't find any space. He's going to give the puck up to Sins. Does Sins have better luck? Yeah, he'll find a way to get the puck to the neutral zone, but then the Engineers poke check it away, and it goes back to the blue line. Linesman has to finally jump up on the ledge in front of the Clarkson bench to get away from the puck, as he just got all tied up in the middle of that one. Clarkson in their zone. They'll clear it out. Stopped by Leonard at the center ice red line. Near side LaBeouf. He drives it in. Lewis makes the save. Puck along far ice boards. Clarkson. Neutral zone. McPherson crosses the red line. Dumps the puck in behind the net. Diebold leaves it for Bradley, gets it near side for Fulton. Fulton doesn't get it out of the zone first time. Now the second time he'll get it out. To the blue line. Howden stops it for Clarkson. Engineers can't cross the blue line. Frederick has it, neutral zone. Over to the far right side. Clarkson, shot, save. Diebold on the far side. They found Boucher free. And now Diebold goes into the net. Did his own man hit him?
Yeah, Dolan pretty much just was trying to get back on the back check with the Clarkson player had the ice, and he just was unable to stop and ran right into Diebold. So this faceoff is going to be in the RPI defensive zone. That goal was scored at 7:40 by Clarkson, and I felt it was very important for the Engineers not to give up a goal in the next 2 minutes, as that could have really killed their willingness to get back in this game. So the game is on even footing. Chances are going back and forth right now. You get the feeling, Kurt, of watching this game that next goal is going to win. I don't know about you, but that's how I feel.
It's a low-scoring game. There may only be one more goal. Or none. Who knows? Face-off won by the Engineers in their own zone. Tied at 2 here with a little over 5 to go in the third. Engineers, Bradley, neutral zone, Rogic. Up ice. They turn it over to Boak along the far ice boards. Clarkson turns it over to RPI. DeVito, neutral zone, has it from Bradley. DeVito retreats to the RPI zone. DeVito on the far side in front of the Clarkson bench, loses the puck. Golden Knights, Boucher in the neutral zone, near side looking for Frederick. can't get it across the blue line. He's in front of the RPI bench. Takes too long to decide what to do with it. Almost loses it. Now Clarkson has to retreat to their zone. DeHaas. Neutral zone. In front of the Clarkson bench. Turn it over to RPI. Clarkson needs to take a change. Haggerty to Higgs in front of the RPI bench. Dump down to the Clarkson zone. Last 30 seconds have been uninspiring hockey, and the puck is accidentally cleared out of play. Face off in the Clarkson zone.
Yeah, both teams just trying to get their footing in the past minute. A lot of neutral zone clogging. So we're going to have 4:19 left here in the third period. This game is tied 2-2. Both these teams desperately need these points to solidify and try to jump up in the standings. So I think we're going to see some desperate end-to-end action right in these last minutes here.
Zaleski against Burton to the right of Lewis. Won by the Engineers. Karate at the point. Takes a shot. Save Lewis. Rebound is loose in the face-off circle. Engineers can't turn around and take a shot. Clarkson behind the net. Geiger. Comes near side. Geiger, first pass out, goes right back to him. Now he gets the red line and dumps the puck in. 4 to go in the third. Tied at 2. Puck in the corner. Karate has underneath him. Zaleski comes in to help out. Zaleski backhands it right out front. Shot and loose in the crease and cleared out by the Engineer D. Another shot hits off. Broken for goes to the far side. First shot was saved by Diebold. The puck was loose in the crease. And the Engineers were able to clear that out, but not out of the zone. And now we've got a whistle. Net loose. I don't know.
Either way, the face-off's going to be in the Engineers' defensive zone. I missed the call on that. I don't know, but good play there by Bokenfor. He net is off its bearings. Yes, moorings. Moorings. Bearings, moorings. They're all.
It's loose.
They fixed it. That's what counts. But Bokenfor with a great block deflection there to help the Engineers not give up a goal. So we got 3:42 left in this game. It's both teams pouring their heart into this, tied 2-2 right now.
McPherson against Liberté to the right of Diebold. Engineer win. LeBuff in the corner. Near side. Engineers kneel along the half boards. Can't get it out. Kept in by the Golden Knights. And McPherson gets it. Can't take a shot as he fell down. Gets it at the point. Another shot saved by Diebold. And Josephs was looking for the tip out front.
Yes, he was, but Diebold has got his head around him and found the puck, made the clean save and held it. So we're going to get a face-off to the right of him again. Engineers going with the line of La Liberté, Tenorti, and Neal out there. Clarkson has their McPherson line out there with Danilo and Josephs.
Won by Clarkson. Back to the point. Tanzi's shot goes over the glove of Diebold. Off the glass, near side. Engineers Neal slow, can't clear it out of the zone. Now he gets it out. Back to the neutral zone. 3:15 to go. Period 3. Tied at 2. Neutral zone. Clarkson. Danilo. To the far right side, into the middle, and that pass is intercepted by La Liberté. Clarkson's still in the zone. They are onside. Now the Engineers move it out. Neal on the near side has it, sends it down ice. RPI switching all 5. Under 3 to play in the third. Clarkson waiting. Golden Knights now, near side. Towards the neutral zone. Boucher a little bit too far past him, but the Engineers can't clear. It goes off Boucher when Bradley tried to clear. Boucher has it along the near boards. Boucher waiting. Off the bench come the Golden Knights. Lebrec sends it into the middle. Shot. Oh! Save Diebold. Another shot. And where is it?
Diebold got his glove on that. Absolutely amazing. He was on the right side of the net. It was Matt Zarbo with the opportunity. He could not get the puck cleanly. And Diebold sprawling to his left got his glove on. I believe it's in his glove.
Let's see if we can get a replay on this. It's sent across, goes off Diebold, comes near side. Wow. He got it with the glove.
Diebold made the initial save, and the puck went right to Zarbo on his left side. And Diebold, puck was on Zarbo's, couldn't get a clean shot off initially. And Diebold, amazing. Great stuff there by Diebold. Has his glove right where it needed to be.
And he kept the glove out of the net. That was the key thing. If he had gone back with that, it would have been a goal. He kept it out of the net. Great save by Diebold. Backhander off the face-off by Frederick and saved by Diebold. Puck goes to the far side. Engineers in trouble here. Big opportunities for Clarkson late in the third. Tied at 2. Puck behind the net. Engineers get it. Zaleski in the corner, into the middle. Almost gave it away in the slot. Now it's cleared into the RPI bench.
Haggerty looking for Higgs off the boards, but there are no boards in the neutral zones. That's where the benches are. So we're going to get a face-off back in the RPI defensive zone, as that's where Haggerty threw the puck out of. So little tough luck there for the Engineers. They were trying to get out of here. They've been hemmed in their zone for a while now. We've had a few face-offs here, and Diebold with 2 or 3 great, and that one spectacular save, possibly the save of the season for him.
Burton against Zaleski to the left of Diebold. 2:13 to go. Clarkson wins the faceoff. Zarbo shot saved by Diebold off the pads. Puck comes loose into the corner. Burton wants a call. He lost his stick, doesn't get it. Neutral zone. Engineers poked away from Haggerty by the Golden Knights. Golden Knights, Burton kicks it back to his D. It's actually not a bad play. Tanzi crosses the blue line, takes a shot off an Engineer stick into the netting. Face off in the RPI zone.
A minute 54 left here in the third. Shots favor RPI 30-27. This game is tied 2-2. Engineers haven't really been in the Clarkson defensive zone, RPI offensive zone for a few minutes here. They'll be looking to get a face-off and get out of here and try to get some rubber on net and win this game.
McPherson against Zaleski to the right of Diebold. Puck's dropped, goes back out to the blue line for Boak. Takes a shot, deflects and misses the net. Looks like it deflected off a Clarkson player. Back to Boak, keeps it in along the board. Turns it over. Haggerty almost had a break then. He had a little trouble handling the puck. Haggerty comes in along with Higgs into the zone. Haggerty centering pass deflects and goes to the far side. Minute and a half to go here in the third. Tied at 2. Clarkson into the zone once more. Bad pass. They give it away to Tenorti. Don't know what the thought process was there. And in the neutral zone, Clarkson keeps the Engineers out of the zone originally. Now they're back in. On the near side, Neal has trouble handling it along the boards. Golden Knights can't get it out. At the point, Bradley's shot saved by Lewis. Puck in the near corner. Golden Knights try to get it out again. Danello into the middle. McPherson starts down ice. 1:05 to go. McPherson into the zone. McPherson feeds it back. Geiger shot saved by Diebold. Loose on the rebound. Taken by Bradley. 1 minute to go here in the third. Tied at 2. Bradley, blue line, red line, drives it in over the glove of Lewis. And actually went into the netting, I think, but they're not going to stop play as it came back down. And Clarkson gets it, and he'll get it out of the zone. Near side, Frederick. Frederick crosses the blue line. Face-off circle shot. Saved Diebold, and he grabs his rebound.
Exciting stuff end to end here. Bradley with the shot from the blue, from the neutral zone, and Lewis having to pay attention. He hasn't seen much rubber recently. He made this, let the puck go over him, didn't have to do anything. But then Frederick coming down the near boards, got a little room past LeBuff, and got the shot. But Diebold with the save, and able to cover it up. We got 40 seconds left here at the field house. This game is tied 2-2.
Burton on the draw. He's up against Miller. Left of Diebold. Puck goes to Clarkson. Zarbo to Lebrec. Off the backboards. To the side of the net, taken by Leonard. He brings it around near side. High into the air, neutral zone. Tanzi, I thought he got a glove on it. They're going to say no. No hand pass is called against Clarkson. LeBuff gets the puck in the RPI zone. Engineers Miller tried to send it down ice. Fan the first time. McGowan now gets it, and is RPI offsides?
Yep, that's what they're calling. Miller, it was tough to see as the puck was in the air. Miller was trying to get back, so I guess the linesman saw that Miller was still in the offensive zone when the puck went over the blue line. So we're going to get the neutral zone face-off here. Just 18.1 seconds left in regulation here at the field house. This game is tied 2 apiece.
Matt Zarbo against Zaleski on the faceoff, won by Clarkson. Neutral zone. Golden Knights can't get it down ice. Higgs brings it across the blue line. Higgs into the middle, sticked away by the Golden Knights. Frederick has it with 5 seconds to go. Red line, blue line. Frederick's just trying to send it towards the net. Nothing's going to happen. It's bonus hockey tonight.
Engineers unable to get a goal in that third period, but Clarkson had one power play opportunity, did not score in it, but they're able to keep the puck in the zone and then able to get a goal off of that. So I believe this is the Engineers' 4th time, or maybe even 5th time going to overtime in the league here. I'm actually going to go with 4th because they tied Harvard at home, they tied Quinnipiac at home, and then they lost to Yale at home going to overtime. So 4th out of 11 games here heading to overtime in league play here at the Fieldhouse. This is the Engineers be looking to get their first overtime win of the season. They are currently 0-2-5, playing extra time with those 2 losses coming both at home, 1 to Denver and 1 to Yale.
Shots so far through 3, 31 for RPI, 30 for Clarkson. the Golden Knights closed the gap because by my count, they outshot RPI 18-7 in that third period.
No,
16-7.
Whatever the shots were, Clarkson definitely had the better of that play in the third period.
Yes.
It was pretty even, but that power play opportunity, momentum, even not scoring on that power play, they had the momentum, they scored right after it, and the puck was always in the RPI defensive zone after that. So Engineers a little bit on their heels right here, but going to get a fresh 5 minutes here to restart and try to look for a win. Both teams desperately want this points. This win for the Engineers would be key into very much solidifying their chance of home ice in the first round of the playoffs. A loss here would move them back in the pack, and they'd have to get some wins out next weekend to guarantee themselves, most likely, having that home ice.
I was right. It was 18-7. They were outshot in the third by Clarkson.
Teams are to switch sides here, so we're going to have Engineers skating left to right and Clarkson skating right to left. As the clock winds down and the Houston Fieldhouse plays a video of inspirational clips throughout time, including the miracle clip. Gets the crowd going. We're ready. As 2-1-0. We're going to be ready for some overtime action here. Any thoughts?
5 minutes. Senior night. The seniors get some bonus regular season hockey at home.
I'm sure they're all hoping to end this one on a positive note.
They want to end positive. They want to end quickly. Again, RPI left to right, Clarkson right to left in this overtime period. 5 minutes, nobody scores. It goes into the books as a tie. Zaleski against McPherson. Won by the Engineers. Leonard has it. Tied at 2 in overtime here in Troy. Cross ice, LaBeouf, far side. Neutral zone, Zaleski. Zaleski turns, backhands it into the zone. Glove down by Tanzi. He's got the last goal of this game. He's got the game-tying goal if no other goals are scored. Golden Knights get some room. Geiger to McPherson. Oops, tipped. It goes to Danello into the zone. He takes a shot. Rebound comes out off Debo. Makes the save. Rebound comes out to the point and sent out by the Engineers. Geiger gloves it down. Couldn't move it down ice. Poked away from the Engineers as they cross the blue line. It goes back to the RPI blue line. LaBeouf, far side. Off Higgs into the zone. RPI's taking a change. 45 seconds gone by here in OT. Tenorti takes a shot, and that misses the net. RPI still working on that change. Bradley at the point has it. Along the boards to Tenorti. Into the corner for Neal. Neal to La Liberté. Behind the net. Gets hit by Tanzi. Neal comes in to help out. Geiger's back there also along with McPherson. Puck suddenly sent over to the far ice boards. Bradley comes in from the point. Keeps it in the corner. Tanzi, La Liberté. La Liberté has it. Middle Tenorti. Shot off Lewis. Into the net. Ing.
Yes, not the net. It was not a goal, but great find there by La Liberté. The puck was hemmed along the far corner boards for a long time. He finally got an inch of room and just backhanded it right to Tenorti, who was waiting there in the pretty much the slot, who threw a hammer of a wrist shot there, but good save there, more of a snapshot actually. Great save there by Lewis. So with 3:49 left here in overtime, game still tied at 2.
Miller against Burton to the right of Lewis. Etiquette lesson. Puck stays in the circle after the faceoff. McGowan sends it behind the net. Howden is there for Clarkson. Off the board, Schrader keeps it in near the point, now loses it to Burton. Burton red line, blue line, Burton into the zone, takes a shot, rebound, comes out to the far faceoff circle off Debo, Boak shot, looking for a deflection, doesn't happen. Joe Zarbo has it in the corner for Clarkson. Into the corner again. McGennity, players falling down. Burton falls down, McGennity fell down. Along the half boards, 3:15 to go here in OT, RPI clears it. Howden goes back to take it for Clarkson. Howden goes right to Schrader. Schrader comes in alone with 3 Clarkson players. So he wasn't really alone, but he doesn't get a shot off as the Clarkson D collapsed around him. Clarkson gets the puck. They'll send it down ice. This will be icing against the Golden Knights. Nope, they'll wave it off. They'll say Karate could go back and get it. Crowd doesn't like that. 2:50 to go in OT. Haggerty as RPI gets across the blue line. Haggerty, Higgs shot, misses the net. Comes to Haggerty in the near corner. Haggerty sends it off the boards, tries to get his own pass back, loses it to Boak. Comes to the near ice boards, kept in by Higgs. Higgs Can't keep it in along the boards. Goes back out to the RPI blue line. Poking for, turns around and gets it out of the RPI zone. Goes back to Tansey. Over halfway through OT. We are tied at 2 here in Troy. Tansey stops behind the net. He's waiting. 2:15 to go in OT. Tansey to Geiger. Cross-ice pass into the zone. Far side, Matt Zarbo. Deflects, goes into the slot, taken by La Liberté. He gets it up ice to Neal. Neal out of the zone. Engineers trying to work on a 3-on-2 here. Neal crosses the blue line, still with the puck. Kind of lost it on a poke check. La Liberté along the near half boards, out to the blue line. Gets it back again from LeBeuf. Takes a shot, and that deflects and goes into the netting, and play stops.
Nothing wrong with shooting there. La Liberté has one goal in the night. He was trying to get a second. Lots of men in front of the net, but puck goes off. Clarkson goes off someone into the net, so RPI is going to get a offensive zone faceoff here. 1:51 left in overtime. If we're playing overtime, that means the game is tied, so it is 2-2 right now.
That was not always the case.
You have to tell that one to me later.
It would be a playoff series if you had a 2-game total goal playoff series. If you were tied in total goals at the end of game number 2, you went to OT regardless of score. Face-off to the left of Lewis. Calls an RPI win. LeBeuf at the point. Pass to everybody to Nordy behind the net. Near side for Leonard. Leonard along the blue line. Back to LeBeuf, far side. His shot misses the net. Missed everybody. Looks like he was trying for a tip from Neal. Along the near half boards. Clarkson, can they get it out? Yeah, they'll get to the neutral zone. Burton, red line to Boak. Boak, center point, over the far face-off circle. Shot goes through the crease. Wasn't actually on net. Haggerty has it along the near boards. Haggerty avoids the Golden Knights. Falls down. He gets the puck out of the zone. And then brings it across on the far side. Engineers get it to Leonard on the near side. 1:10 to go in overtime. Leonard, near side Haggerty. Brings it across the blue line. Avoids the linesman. Haggerty, centering pass. Goes off Tansey. He's got it in the corner. Tansey off the glass and into the neutral zone and out of the zone. 55 seconds left in OT. Bradley goes back to take the puck for RPI. For Higgs. Curls in the zone. 45 seconds to go. Up ahead, Zaleski, near side, Schrader. Schrader shot, saved by Lewis.
Smart play by Schrader. You see it. You got an angle, you got a shot, you got to take it in overtime. But Lewis was there to saw it the whole way. We're going to have 41 seconds here, 40.9 technically. Both teams looking for that winning goal. We're tied 2-2 right now.
Clarkson finishing up their line change. Miller against Matt Zarbo. To the left of Lewis. Puck stays in the circle. Engineers back to Dolan. Oh, at the blue line, he misplays it. McGinnity trying to get past it. McGinnity brings the puck into the zone, falls down. Bradley now has it for RPI. McGinnity and Dolan in a tussle back there. Engineers cross the blue line again towards the net. Goes off. Lewis back behind the net. Engineers trying for a wraparound. Loose in the crease. And it's still loose in the crease. They can't poke it home. Engineers can't get a stick on the puck. As it's over to the side of the net. 15 seconds to go. Engineers back to the blue line. Bradley winds up, takes a shot. Hits a Golden Knight out front. Golden Knights, they might have a chance at a break here. Frederick going down ice with Geiger. 8 seconds to go. Frederick tries to make a pass. Engineers get in front of it. It's underneath Bradley. Puck comes out. Where is it? And nobody's going to get it out front. 2-2 is your final score.
What an end to the game. Engineers, men down down in front of the net, and I think it was Bo Dolan and Zach Schrader getting in each other's way to get a puck on that, to get a stick on that puck and get it past Lewis, who was on the other side of the net. And then Clarkson finally able to clear it, and they had a 2-on-1, 2.5-on-1 man rush. But Bradley did his job, did it well, played it right, was able to stop the puck from getting across the ice. And this game will end 2-2. I got to say, a fair result for this contest. Both teams, I thought, played quite well. Both teams wanted that extra point, but they're both going to leave here with 1 point on the night.
Well, 1 point for RPI is better than no points right now, as they're trying to lock themselves into home ice in the first round of the playoffs. Getting something is better than getting nothing. What do we have from out of town? We are going to have the Senior Day festivities at the end of the game, and we'll cover that live. So we'll take a look at what's going on out of town while they are about to roll out the carpet, I believe, for the Senior Day ceremony. So what do we have from out of town right now?
Out of town, Yale and Dartmouth are finished. That game went to overtime and also resulted in a tie. So Yale 3, Dartmouth 3. So Yale stays even with Engineers. They should be 3 points up on them heading into the next weekend. Brown beat Hartford 2-0 tonight. So Brown picks up a point on the Engineers in the total standings. So that'll leave them 2 behind the Engineers. They'll have, that'll leave them, 2 behind the Engineers. Yes. They'll have 17 points. Brown will have, RPI will have 19. Cornell beat Princeton 4-1, so I believe 4th place is now not possible. Cornell is up 5 points on the Engineers in the standings. Over in Hamden, action still going on. Colgate is leading Quinnipiac 2-1 right now. If Colgate wins that, actually it doesn't even matter if Colgate wins that game against Quinnipiac. Those 2 teams are fighting for 2nd and 3rd in the standings, but the Engineers, that doesn't mean anything. And over in Schenectady, Union defeated St. Lawrence 6-2. So the Engineers pick up a point on St. Lawrence. So the Engineers are going to have 19 points in tonight. There'll be 2 teams tied at 17 in St. Lawrence and Brown. So those 2 teams will be fighting, will be tied for 8th. The Engineers are in 7th by themselves, 2 points behind Clarkson and 2 points ahead of St. Lawrence and Brown. If I did the math correctly.
No. Brown won, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, they have 17 points. St. Lawrence only has 16.
I did not do the math correctly then. So that would mean Brown is actually in 8th by themselves. St. Lawrence will be in 9th. But the important thing for the Engineers is they're behind 2. They're 2 points behind Clarkson right now, and they're 2 points ahead of Brown. So
Jeff is new school, doing this on his phone. I'm old school, pen and paper. So that's where we go here. So basically, the bottom line: RPI cannot finish 4th or better. They will be playing in the first round of the playoffs. That is definite. They are playing March 7th, 8th, and possibly 9th in the playoffs in the first round. We also know that 3 teams cannot catch RPI to pass them. That's Harvard, Dartmouth, and Princeton. None of those teams can get up to RPI. The only teams that can pass RPI are St. Lawrence and Brown, and RPI has 3 points on St. Lawrence with 4 points left to play. And they have 2 points on Brown, and they play Brown. So if St. Lawrence basically, there's tie scenarios, and again, we don't know how those sort out because St. Lawrence and RPI split their season series. So we don't know exactly who's in the top 4 still, so we don't know how that sorts out. But St. Lawrence is the big threat to RPI, keeping them out of the middle 4 for home ice. And now we're going to go to the ceremony.
First, we want to take a moment to recognize some seniors in the RPI Pep Band up behind us: Emily Van Dorn, Rebecca Carter, Anthony Pichenshaw, Patrick Connors, Joshua Katz, and Michael Agnew. Thank you for your dedication and your support for 4 years as well. And the lone senior in the RPI cheerleader group, Alex Webb. Thank you to you as well, Alex. And finally, of course, the seniors in the student sections behind the RPI bench have been faithfully attending games for 4 years. And now, the 5 student athletes from the men's hockey team who in their time have helped the Engineers be nationally ranked in 3 of their 4 years, while also helping the Engineers to the NCAA tournament and the program's highest league finish in 20 years. First up, the defenseman from West Palm Beach, Florida. He has played 129 games, totaling 9 goals, 16 assists, scored 2 shorthanded goals this season, played in all 37 games as a junior when he had a career best 9 points. He missed just 1 game this season. With number 3, joining me on the ice is Baron Susan and Gila. Next, a defenseman from St. Paul, Minnesota, played 125 career games, scored 3 goals, 23 assists, 26 points. He has a career best 9 assists this season, a year after establishing his previous top point goal. Welcome, number 11, Bo Golden. Parents are here tonight. She senior, a forward from Kingston, Ontario. He came back from a tragic on-ice incident to garner 89 career points in a team-high 130 games, including the Golden Knights of Clarkson goals this season. The alternate captain, he been among the team's leading scorers in 3 of his 4 seasons, including the league as a sophomore, number 23, Brock Hayes. With Brock at center ice and parents Linda and Harold Hicks, his sister Brittany. Finally, let's introduce the captain. He hails from Suburban Park, Maryland. He's aboard with 2 action in 109 games, 18 goals and 15 assists. This year, he tied his career high in points in the season, set a new personal standard in goals. Welcome, number 28, the captain, Matt Bernardi. With Matt, his parents, Lorraine and Mark Bernardi. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the group that represents the program in a first-class manner. Your